We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy with everybody in boxing, period. We're not gonna play favorites. We're not gonna fanboy. We're not gonna kiss ass. We're just gonna keep the same energy across the board with every single fighter. That's what we always do. I don't hate on anybody. I don't fanboy. We don't push narratives. All we do is push facts, and that's keeping that same energy. Now, look, we got a lot in the news. You've heard that Bud Crawford, the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, the best pound for pound fighter in the world, is cherry picking Chris Eubank Jr. You see that the Canelo hate is at an all-time high. I've been hearing all day that Canelo Alvarez is ducking David Benavidez, but nobody can tell me how he's ducking. How is he ducking David Benavidez? Somebody explain that to me, and you're welcome to get body bagged on this show. I've been hearing all day that Tank Davis is the face of boxing. How are you the face of boxing when you can't sell 300,000 pay-per-view buys by yourself? Because if you fight Frank Martin, you don't have Ryan Garcia. You're not doing 1 million buys. He's going back to shit. Make sure that you know that. I'm here for all of the smoke. I'm here for all of the trash talk. I'm here for all of the hate because I'm not playing today. So all you booty clappers, get ready to get destroyed. That's right. And I see a bunch of booty clappers in here right now, kissing ass, talking trash, and you're about to all get exposed one by one by one. The Mexican G said Munguia is kind of a cherry pick. How is Munguia kind of a cherry pick? He's a top 168-pound fighter. Impossible for that to be a cherry pick. Sit your dumb ass down. Canelo trash. If Canelo's trash, everybody's trash because Canelo Alvarez has the best resume in boxing right now. So if he's trash, everybody's trash, including your mama. See, we got to keep the same. I'm not in the mood to play today. These guys want to talk trash. They want to kiss ass. They want to slap their booty cheeks together. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We keeping the same. If we don't do nothing else, we keeping the same energy. That's it. Hold on, my brother states. If you share a Facebook page with your girl, this is not for you. And the only person that does something like that is Southpaw Boxing. Southpaw Boxing, slap yourself. Slap yourself for being stupid. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it 100% the same. My brother Edwin Castillo, salute to you, family. He says, salute, Nuke. Bud, I fight once a year. Crawford, taking the easiest route as usual. Bud ducked the Tszyu smoke. And Benavidez running to Sordo Ramirez to avoid the mandate. See, look, what people don't want to know, they don't want to hear those facts. Bud Crawford is about to fight a Chris Eubank Jr., who was knocked out, one fight removed from being knocked out by Canelo's leftovers. Make that make sense. And Munguia's leftovers. Make that make sense. You get nothing out of fighting Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank's not a top fighter. Chris Eubank has never been a world champion. And no one's calling this out. But he's supposed to be the best fighter in the world. You're not allowed to cherry pick like this. But nobody got a problem. Nobody's keeping the same energy. I'm a Bud Crawford fan. I have pictures with me and Bud Crawford meeting. I have no problem with Bud. Make sure you understand that. I've always been supportive of Bud Crawford. There ain't no hate. But you can't fight Chris Eubank, one fight removed from being knocked out, who's never been a world champion, and think that you're doing something. That fight is ass juice. And anybody think that's a good fight, you're swinging from Crawford's nuts. And you can tell him I said it. You can tell him I said it. Ain't nobody keeping the same energy. Ain't nobody keeping the same energy. Bud Crawford should be fighting the best. If Errol Spence don't want it and he's cooked, then sit his sorry ass down. But Bud Crawford needs to be fighting top guys. So you mean to tell me you're going to fight a guy, you're pound for pound number one. This the same Bud Crawford that I heard Crawford fanboys, meat lovers, all in my comment section. Every video, the Crawford meat lovers were in my comment section telling me, Crawford's going to move up to 168 and knock out Canelo. Okay, so this the Crawford that can move up to 168, knock out Canelo, but he's fighting Chris Eubank? Why didn't he move up? and fight David Morrell? Why didn't he move up and fight Janibek, who's a unified champion at 160? But instead, he fights the most garbage opponent possible in Chris Eubank, and I'm supposed to give him a cookie? A cookie? If you want to make a statement, if you want to prove that you're doing something, you should have fought Janibek. But you want a cookie for taking the trash out at 160 pounds? And a guy like Chris Eubank? That guy is trash. That guy is trash. This is your king. But nobody got any smoke for him. Nobody's saying he's a ducker. Nobody's saying he's a coward. Nobody's saying that this is unacceptable. Nobody's saying that, oh, we don't want this fight. Nobody asked for this fight. Everybody just was Bud Crawford. We give him a pass. But every time Canelo scratches his nuts, it's a problem. And this is the same guy they said would move up and knock out Canelo. If he's that damn good, why is he fighting Chris Eubank? This guy only has one real name on his resume, a damaged, worn out, one-dimensional Errol Spence, and yet I'm supposed to be like, oh, he's perfect. He's perfect. He's a great fighter, but he only beat the one guy. I need to see more. I need to see more. Where's the top fighters? Where's the top fighters? Somebody keep the same energy. Come on. I don't understand it. All I'm saying is, I just want to see everybody keep the same energy, because I'm not seeing nobody keeping the same energy. That's it. That's it. That's it. My brother Isaac says Canelo versus Munguia is an underrated fight that gets hated on by people that don't know how big the fan base is here in Cali. I'm going to tell you something about Munguia. Munguia is a top 5, 168-pound fighter. That ain't no cherry pick. That's a great fighter. Munguia got a solid chin. He's improved every aspect of his game, and he has real power. So when David Benavidez said he wanted to fight Munguia, everybody said that was a great fight. Everybody said that that's a fight they would love. The moment Canelo announces a fight with Munguia, everybody, I hate the fight. Just back to hating for no damn reason. I mean, these guys are nothing but a bunch of meat lovers. These guys aren't fans. They're fanboys. I mean, come on. We got to be honest about it. This don't make any sense. This don't make any sense. And look, I respect Booker. Yes, I have met Bud Crawford, and I met him face to face. We've talked boxing, all of that. See, a lot of people don't understand. Me and Crawford are good. I have no problem with Crawford. I have no problem with Bomac. Much love to Bomac, same guy that follows me on social media. But make sure you understand one thing, and one thing clearly. Bud Crawford could have fought Jaron Ennis. I would have had no problem. Bud Crawford, this is before Tszyu made the fight with Thurman. He could have fought Tszyu. I would have had no problem with that. He could have moved up and fought Janibek. He could have moved up and fought a real 168-pound fighter in the top 10. He could have took any one of those choices, but you took the weakest available opponent who's one fight removed from being knocked out in Chris Eubank, who's never been a world champion, but you're supposed to be pound for pound number one. Anybody supporting that, they're not boxing fans. I'm sorry. They're not boxing. You can't be a boxing fan and you're okay with that. The same guys criticizing Canelo is okay with that. It don't make any sense. And that's not to say Bud's a great fighter. Bud's an excellent fighter. Bud's an elite fighter. He's an accomplished fighter. But his resume is thin, and we need to see him challenged. You're not being challenged by fighting a garbage-ass Chris Eubank. That's just not it. Chris Eubank is so trash. All I hear is saying, all I hear is this saying, is that, Crawford can beat all these guys. He can beat them, but these are hypothetical matchups. We've never seen him fight them. All he fought is Errol Spence. That's one name. Go knock out everybody else. Show us that you're that guy, and you didn't just beat Errol Spence, which is one time. Show me more than that. That's all I've seen is that one fight. But you want me to give this man a cookie? A damn cookie? Come on, man. Come on. Salute to Rose Maverick. Salute to you, my brother. Salute. Troy Mack, absolutely, my brother. Look, we're just trying to keep it a buck. I love boxing. I love boxing before I love any boxer. I show much love to boxing. And here's another thing with the David Morrell. Benavidez obviously don't want to fight Morrell. Nobody talks about that. Everybody's riding his nuts, but nobody wants to keep the same energy. Andre Ward did lose to Sergey Kovalev, got one of the biggest robberies ever in the history of boxing, but nobody wants to talk about that. So we got to keep the same energy. We got to keep the same energy. What people want to do is they want to fanboy and kiss ass and talk trash. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. That's all they want to do. I mean, these guys want me to just be delusional. Delusional. And hold on, this is exactly what I was saying. And Bud Crawford could have fought Carlos Adames at 160. That would have been a hell of a fight. I would have loved to see that. That would have been a real challenge. Bud would have came up there and beat Carlos Adames. You couldn't do nothing but respect it. But he's fighting an unskilled, already been knocked out Chris Eubank, a Chris Eubank who's only one fight removed from being knocked out, a Chris Eubank who's never won a world title, a Chris Eubank who's basic and garbage in almost every way, and who's Billy Joe Saunders leftovers, who's Liam Smith leftovers. But you want to tell me that Chris Eubank and Bud Crawford supposed to be the pound-for-pound fighter in the world is the greatest fight ever? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. That don't make any sense. And I'm dropping the link right now. Anybody want to talk boxing with the landlord, we can get it in, because this is a boxing channel, not a fanboy channel. I give everybody floor. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you don't like me, if you don't like me, if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to ban you. You can get on here and talk your trash. I have no problem with it. You can disagree with me. Ask the son of New Jersey. You can disagree with me. Ask Hit Kid, the fat bitch slayer. Ask him. They'll tell you. You can disagree with me. I respect those guys because they're not fanboys. They're real boxing fans. And they'll say, look, Nuke, you got your head up your ass on there. I'm like, okay, my brother, you got me. You got me. What did nobody else want to have the nuts to say it? Dudes be in the chat talking about IBFP, you blocked. How you blocked and I'm reading your comment? It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. What I need to block a dumbass for? I can beat you up and down like I beat your mama. But at the end of the day, you want me to say that I'm going to block you? Why do I need to block you? You're nothing but a coochie. What are we talking about here? My brother, the Boxing Realm says, salute. Are the Bud lovers still claiming Canelo is ducking him? Some of them are, but here's the problem. Bud Crawford came out the other day and said, Canelo Alvarez is not ducking me or Benavidez. He literally said that. Their God, Bud Crawford, said he's not ducking him or Benavidez. What do you think about that? I mean, we got to keep the same energy. We got to keep the same. I'm finna let everybody online that's in the back, let all you guys talk. I just got one more comment I got to read real quick. Jaime Munguia, a cherry pick, a 27-year-old, undefeated, and just off the guy that Canelo didn't. Also, Jaime Sales, he outsold David in his hometown. These clowns love saying Canelo was scared to fight Mexicans. Now what? You remember the narrative was Canelo was ducking black fighters. He beat a black fighter. Oh, now he's ducking Mexican fighters. He beat a Mexican fighter. Now he's ducking everybody else. I mean, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. These guys spread lies like they spread their cheeks. It's a damn shame. At the end of the day, all we doing is keeping the same energy. I love Bud. I love Benavidez. I love Canelo. I love all boxers. But if somebody's doing something and fan bases are pushing narratives, we're going to talk about it. Anybody claiming Tank Davis to be the face of boxing, but don't want to see him fight Devin Haney, that don't want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson, that don't want to see him fight Teofimo, then you're not a boxing fan. You're a Tank Davis meat writer. That's what you are, because you don't want to talk boxing. You want to meat write this guy. The face of boxing is held to a standard. Pound for pound, number one is held to a standard. Don't tell me these guys are great and they fighting my grandma. Let's keep it honest. Boxing Monster says Sam Shaw saw Tank Davis' name on the title and now he won't join the chat. Salute, Nuke. I'm out. Keep up the good work. Salute to you, Boxing Monster. And tell Sam Shaw, the fat bitch slayer, he's welcome on anytime. Let's get that smoke in. Tank Davis, he's a coochie and he's still running. He's a runner. He's a track star. We know what he is. We know what he is. My brother Hit Kid in the building. My brother New Jersey. Salute. Max Guzman, everybody, salute family. Who wants to get the mic first? We got a lot of topics.
I want to start.
Oh boy.
Eubank Jr. versus Bud Crawford. Good fucking God. Let me be clear, if this fight happens in the UK, I am going to it. Because I'm not missing an opportunity to see a pound for pound boxing star. Okay? I can't miss that opportunity. However, what a fucking joke this is. I mean, Eubank Jr. has never won a world title. He got knocked out by Liam Smith, who, by the way, doesn't have power. Can we be clear? He does not have power, does the Smith who knocked it, does Liam Smith.
No.
So, like, what the fuck are we doing? Why is Eubank not pursuing world champions? Instead, he's going for this money fight. I mean, fucking hell, if you want a money fight, you would make more money fucking doing the domestic grudge match with Conor Benn.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. I'm not finna put this on Chris Eubank. We know Chris Eubank's trash.
Hold on.
We know Chris Eubank's trash. We know this guy want to fight nothing but welterweights. He'll fight Kell Brook right now. He'll fight Conor Benn right now. But we know that this fight was made because Terrence Crawford okayed it.
I'm getting to Crawford.
Crawford can't do that.
I'm getting to Crawford. This is a joke of Crawford. You can't fight fucking... You can't go to 154 and fight Tim Tszyu. Or the winner of Furman Tszyu. You can't fight, Adams, at 160. Instead, you want to fight someone who has no belts or anything. You don't even want to step up and fight Janabek. You're supposed to be the pound for pound. And no, he is in a pound for pound list of everyone, I would say.
Yep.
You're supposed to be a top 5 pound for pound fighter. A top 5 pound for pound fighter. I think many people had you number 2 last year. I had him number 2 personally off last year. Because number 1 is clearly that monster from Japan in a new way. We think this fight's going to get Crawford back to being the pound for pound king. Get the fuck out of here.
Let me ask you this.
It's a cherry pick.
Let me ask you this, Hit. Did you hear the noise after Crawford beat Errol Spence? And the noise was saying that Crawford could beat Tszyu easily, Jermell Charlo easily, Janabek easily, and Canelo. Did you hear that noise anywhere on social media? Anywhere?
Yeah. He doesn't beat Canelo. Canelo knocks his ass out. Let's just make that clear. Him and Janabek, I've not seen anyone test Janabek yet. It'd be Janabek's hardest fight and Crawford's hardest fight. That'd be a Styles make fight. You can't call that one. I think he beats Jermell Charlo. I'm going to make that clear. I think Crawford beats Jermell Charlo. I pick Crawford over Jermell Charlo. I don't rate Jermell. I'm sorry. I don't. And then Tim Tszyu, I rate as a killer. I think Tim Tszyu was going to knock Jermell Charlo out. And I think Tim Tszyu will give Crawford hell. I picked Tim Tszyu over Crawford. I picked Janabek, Tim Tszyu, and Canelo to all beat Crawford. The only one I picked Crawford to beat is Jermell Charlo.
And the only way that we can really understand how great Crawford is if he takes these fights and shut up the fans. So either I can do it or I can, and we can really, because one thing that a lot of boxing fans or fanboys don't understand is everybody's not Errol Spence. Mm-hmm. It's just understand that everybody's not Errol Spence. And so that's all I'm saying. And my brother, the son of New Jersey, my brother from another mother, I know you got some smoke for this conversation. Talk to me.
Fuck yeah, I do. Because this right here, even when you woke me up to the news on DMs on Twitter about Crawford and Eubank, I literally said the same shit as you, Nuke. I'm like, you literally can't make this shit up. Because this is literally giving me flashbacks to the time where Tank Davis moved up and cherry-picked Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
This is literally equivalent to this, and which is trash. And you see, it would have been different. I would have been okay if, you fought, Carlos Adames or even a Janabek, but not a fucking Chris Eubank. For God's sake.
I guess
154, you could have fought, I don't know, the winner of Tszyu and Thurman. You could have fought Jermell. You could have fought Boots Ennis at 147, or at the very least, Virgil Ortiz at 154.
Yeah, Virgil's free.
I guess this is my question to both of you guys. Every time Canelo moves, there's outrage. Where's the outrage for this moment for Bud Crawford?
I'm not seeing massive outrage.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. No one cares.
Like, I'll make it clear, if the fight's in the UK, I'm going. I'm going to take that opportunity to go. But there should be outrage on this. Because I don't think this fight sells in the US. This fight doesn't sell in the US unless they order in Crawford's hometown. It sells big in the UK. It sells an arena probably in the UK. Like, this is a fight you could only really... I don't think you can do this fight, in the States. Because I think it's a bomb.
I'm actually this. Let's say Canelo would have picked Chris Eubank, 160. And remember, Chris Eubank still has the height reach over Canelo. He's actually slightly smaller than Bud in some ways. Bud has a reach advantage over Canelo. So if Canelo was to fight Chris Eubank in the UK, is that justifiable? He's not pound for pound number one. So he can go to the UK and fight this guy because it's a big selling fight. But there would be outrage out of everywhere about that fight. Crawford's supposed to be the number one guy. He's the man now. Where's the outrage? Don't you
you'd have the LDBC all fucking, saying, oh, Canelo and all this. Canelo, Canelo's cherry picking. I mean, you'd have Ego from his basement. You'd have Fannin, the fucktard, saying.
Mr. Potato Head.
I want to fucking rant on that potato head, by the way, because I got sent a clip which made me fucking laugh. Which you're all going to enjoy. He still fucking believes Wilder beats fucking Joshua and all them after.
No, don't even get me started into that clown. Don't even get me started.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this, especially the son of New Jersey. I think, the more I look at it, a young, hungry fighter like Munguia who's shown improvement, who has good power, all of these things at 168, I think this is actually going to be an interesting fight, very competitive. What do you think?
Well, I'm actually going to tell the truth and be honest about this fight since, I haven't got a chance to say it. Now, is it my favorite fight? No, it's not. But I like this fight only because the styles match up, because Munguia is actually a fighter that's going to come at you, like throwing punches and punches and punches. He's not Jermell Charlo, who is, going to run around the circles and all that. He's going to come to fight. It's just, and another thing that I like about this fight is that, people are saying, oh, he fought Chavez Jr., but Chavez sucks. He won't fight another Mexican. Oh, look, he said, after he beat Triple G, he said he doesn't want to fight a Mexican, and now he's fighting a Mexican. So let's destroy this narrative and end it all, shall we?
Exactly. I mean, it's always who he won't fight, who he won't do this. But no one gives a damn if it's the other way around. I just don't understand the narratives, man. Anthony says, what do you think about Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz since Bud is doing other stuff? Also, please make a men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie hoodie. I'm actually going to redo my merch store, pull this shit off, and put some new stuff on there, and it's going to be fire, and I'm definitely going to make one with that. Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz.
Fire.
I think that's nothing but fireworks. Both guys got pop. I think that's going to be great. If I'm being honest on my thoughts, if Virgil Ortiz is making the way comfortable and he shows me he can handle it healthily, I think that him and Tszyu is really a 50-50 fight. Tszyu got the power to hurt Virgil. Virgil got the power to hurt Tim. I would slightly edge Virgil. I think he's slightly better defensively than Tszyu is. That's just my opinion.
I disagree with you.
I mean, I kind of disagree a little bit as well.
I disagree. I picked Tszyu.
Tszyu by stoppage decision. It could go.
I think we need to see more Virgil at 154. I mean, we only really, it was not his fault. We need to make this very clear. Virgil's first 154 fight, we only got him for a few minutes because of the worst fucking referee I've seen in a boxing ring in years.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Hitkit on this, but it's actually,
it's a great fight. I'd love to see that fight.
It is.
Yeah, it's just the reason why I would slightly edge Tszyu is because, yes, Virgil Ortiz has got, he's got dropped. I mean, excuse me, he didn't get dropped. He got wobbled by Mean Machine, excuse me. And I understand Tszyu has got dropped by that Terrell Cachet guy before, but the reason why is just because I think Tszyu at the moment has more experience that would get him to win against Virgil Ortiz. So right now, I kind of would like to see Virgil get a couple of more wins in at 154 and then test himself because he's still young. The kid still has a lot of time to improve.
I agree. I think it'll be a great fight, fireworks, and that's where I disagree with you guys. I think Virgil is slightly more complete in all the other areas than Tszyu, but I can understand because Tszyu has been through the fire here at 154. He looks like he was really ready for his shot against Charlo, and that's sad that we didn't get that fight.
Yeah, because Charlo fucked it.
Yeah.
Let's just say it, Charlo. Yeah. I said that back to you when the Charlo Canelo fight got made, if you remember. I said the one person who I feel bad for is Tszyu.
And I think that fight could have made Tszyu a star. And if Tszyu would have got Bud, that would have made him a star if he could have pulled that out too. And it's just like, man, these fights are just We don't know. Maybe Bud will fight him after Chris Eubank, whatever the hell kind of fight that is. I don't know. But Bud really fights once a year. So do you see Bud Crawford fighting twice this year?
He needs to fight twice a year. If he's fighting Eubank, he needs to fight twice a year.
If he fights Chris Eubank in the summer, is he going to run it back at the end of the year against anybody?
He better. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing for a so-called face of boxing?
I was actually gonna ask because to me that fight also doesn't make sense because didn't Chris Eubank have Bomac in his corner for the Liam Smith rematch?
He did.
It doesn't make any sense.
And that also looks bad on your camp too because he's already been stopped and also your camp knows everything about this guy. It just doesn't make sense as an opponent.
It really doesn't at all.
Sky's World says Munguia is more accomplished than Benavidez. What do you think about
guys, you're going to have to give me 5. I just need to quickly go and do something. Okay, for me? That's all. I'll be back in 5.
Salute. No, what do you think about that? Is he more accomplished than Benavidez? His resume, he has more knockouts than Benavidez has fights.
I'll give him that. Yeah, he's got more knockouts, but do I think he's more accomplished?
I think they're about the same, really. They're both one division world champions. Munguia has a longer resume, but he's also fought a lot of Paleteros, similar to David. I think it's very close in resume between both. You could kind of make an argument that either way. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's like, how do I put this? It's like, yes, he's got more knockouts to him. Yes, I believe he's got the same level of power as David, which I truly believe in. I think Munguia is all around overall dangerous fighter for anybody at 168, but do I think he's just accomplished? Based on the names he has on his resume, not yet. Not yet at the moment. I just want to see him add more names to his resume.
I think him and Canelo is going to show up, and it's going to be a great, brilliant fight. What do you think about Benavidez talking about he wants to fight Sordo Ramirez next at cruiserweight? Because if you're talking about cruiserweight, you can count that Canelo fight out because there's no way he's going to go to cruiserweight and come back.
Then forget about it. If you're just going to run through Alexander Vosdick and then go for Zurdo, aka your sparring partner, Dimitri Bivol's leftovers, and you're not even going to go for the Bivol better Biev winner, and you're going to go for your sparring partner / a weak champion at 200 pounds at cruiserweight, forget Canelo. Then forget about it. Then that means you truly did not want to activate the mandatory for Canelo or for Bivol better Biev winner.
And he's not pushing because that's the time. September's the time for him to press the mandatory to try to get that Canelo fight once and for all. But if you're talking about moving up to cruiserweight, it's done.
Literally. They trashed Canelo for wanting to fight a Macaboo at 200, but you're not trashing Benavidez for fighting Zurdo at 200?
And Canelo's 5'7", 5'8". So it's like Canelo doesn't even belong at 168. The guy's undersized. Imagine him being up there, and yet it's okay for him to fight Zurdo.
Yeah, and that it's a good fight though, just because of the styles. But come on, man!
Look, and just kind of like what Skyworld's saying, Munguia's battle tested, been protected. I think Munguia's been protected a lot of his career too. I think they both have very similar parallels in their career. But Munguia's finally got the big fight. Benavidez, he seems to be moving a little odd when you talk about you can enforce the mandatory, but you're talking about you want Sordo Ramirez at cruiserweight. I don't understand that. If you can't make the weight, just say you can't make it.
Yeah, and it's honestly because let's not act like Benavidez, did not avoid David Morrell because he flat out did. Let's not forget, let's not pretend and act like he did not avoid Artur Beterbiev at 175 because he did by simply signing the little petition thing to move back down to the number 1 spot at 168. I don't forget about that shit. I don't.
The Boxing Realm says Munguia would have stopped Charlo and would have knocked out Andrade. Or would have whooped Charlo, and would have knocked out Andrade. I'm looking at the Munguia that I've been seeing lately. I think he would have slept Andrade personally. Similar to Benavidez. And I think that he would have whooped Charlo as well. Charlo just does not. I can't put Charlo over him.
Yeah, and which you talk about the big Charlo, right?
I'm assuming he's referencing I think it really don't matter. Both Charlos are at 168 ain't beating Munguia. Not in my opinion.
Well, Yeah, the only guys I think Munguia. The
Can
only
you guys
guys
hear me?
that I think. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I think I actually had my mic on mute. Sorry about that. I
It's all
actually
good.
had to share something. I think if I may, I don't mean to interrupt you guys. I think that my opinion as far as Benavidez moving up to cruiserweight, I'm just thinking that that's going to be his excuse now to want to not fight Canelo because of the fact that I'm starting to sense that he's not going to. He's already probably making trouble making the 168-pound weight, and I know he usually says he makes it easily. But I think that he's just going to personally use that as an excuse not to go back to 168. If I had my way, I'm thinking he's going to possibly want to stay at 175. And this is just kind of something I was talking to some friends. And assuming he ever gets a shot at 175, let's say even becomes a champion, is going to want to fight Canelo at 175. This is just more of a theory. Maybe it sounds dumb, and I hope it doesn't sound dumb because I'm thinking if he's already talking about moving to cruiserweight and he wants to fight at 175, and it's like you said earlier, why even put pressure on Canelo or like not force the mandate? And yet he's talking about fighting these other guys. So I'm thinking that he's just going to want to fight in those weight classes, hoping that Canelo will move up. But in my opinion, if he ever does become ever champion in those weight classes, Canelo's not going to fight him. Not that I don't want him to fight him, but I see no reason for Canelo to fight Benavidez or for these fanboys to stop crying about it. Because to me, like, Benavidez been wanting that fight for so long, yet he's moving up. But I just think that he's going to use the excuse that why he can't fight at 168. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm not making sense here. I could carry, like, what do you guys think?
No, I can see where you're coming from. Like, it could be him saying, I want to fight him in a higher weight class now. Maybe he feels different. I'm not sure what Benavidez is up to because he's all over the map. His team's all over the map. They're really confusing to me. 1 minute they say this, 1 minute they say that. I'm not sure I can take any of it. It sounds like they're a bunch of cokeheads, all of them. So I'm not sure, especially Samson. So I'm not certain what the hell they got going on. 1 minute they say, oh, well, we got an offer from Canelo, but then we just decided to make this other fight. If you didn't hear back from Canelo didn't make a fight. He's still in negotiation. He's the A side. You got to wait on him. If you were serious about that fight for May, you should have waited instead of making a fight with Canelo's same team to fight Vostok. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not really understanding his moves. They seem it's like crackhead moves to me. Sebastian says Ryan Garcia is a dope head. Devin will bury him April 20th. Yeah, I don't think Ryan Garcia has any chance, and I think he gets destroyed, and he's nothing but basically trying to cash himself out on all of his clout that he has left. He's a quitter. I've seen him quit against Tank. And Ashy Knuckles, if you're listening to me, go ahead and click the link. Get back on. You didn't get to say your piece. You're more than welcome to. Father New Jersey, and then Clavo. The son of New Jersey. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I actually wanted to ask you about that. Like, what do you think, or what are your thoughts on two things? Number one, with Tank Davis fighting Frank Martin in June, is from what I heard, and the creepy tweets of what Ryan Garcia has like been, saying about the Haney fight coming up. Like, what do you think of those two?
Yeah, like Ryan Garcia, I think he's trying to create a sideshow distraction, trying to sell as many pay-per-views as he can. He knows he's cashing out, just like he did against Tank. He's going to try to cash out against Haney, just trying to get the buys up, trying to spark some kind of interest because everybody knows it's a one-sided fight, a boxer versus a YouTuber.
Exactly.
Or Instagram model or whatever the hell he is.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's not a serious fighter. I don't respect Ryan as a serious fighter. He hasn't done anything to prove that he's a serious fighter.
Gotcha. And what do you think about the Tank and Frank Martin fight coming up?
I think I don't really like that fight either, to be honest with you. And I've heard a lot of praise for it, but this is why I don't like it. Frank Martin is not proven. Frank Martin has never won a world title. Frank Martin is basically a 30-year-old prospect his damn self. So prospect don't mean to me. So I need Frank Martin so you would pick Frank Martin when you could have picked Shakur, you could have picked Haney, you could have picked anybody else, but you picked the guy who ain't done shit just like you. You're not going to get a cookie for that fight from me. I don't give it. I never thought Frank Martin was the best fighter in the world or one of the top fighters. I thought he had some talent. I thought he's okay. But let's not get lost in the sauce here. Look, Tank, if you ever want to be taken seriously, go ahead and fight a real top fighter and then shut us all up. He beat Shakur Stevenson today. We all shut the hell up. You beat Haney today. We all shut the hell up.
Exactly.
You beat Teofimo today. We all shut the hell up. You're not fighting anybody worthy of this. You're fighting everybody who are other prospects. Tank Davis gets his ass kissed by everybody, and he's done shit in boxing. And he's 3 years younger than Canelo. What the hell? He's not some damn baby that's 22 years old.
I knew you would say something like, I just needed a good laugh out of you, Duke. I knew you would say something like that to the Tank Davis meat riders in there that think, oh yeah, he's finally gonna fight, a black fighter. He's finally not gonna fight a one-dimensional fighter, because that's what I've been hearing. And I'm like, but this is not what we were talking about. This is not what we actually meant. You see, at the very least, you could have fought the Kambosos Lomachenko winner. You could have waited for the winner of that fight. You could have fought Teofimo, Haney, Shakur, all of that. But you chose. If you want me to be nice to Frank Martin, I think he's a B- level fighter. Or at the very least, the C
prospect versus prospect. Ashy Knuckles, talk to me, my brother. What's good?
What's going on, brother? Well, first I'm gonna say this. I'm not really here to talk shit to nobody. I just love boxing, and I'm just giving an opinion. And as far as with Benavidez and Canelo, I wouldn't say Canelo was ducking Benavidez, because yes, Canelo is great, hell of a resume. I can't take that away from him. I just look at it from the point of view as I feel Canelo's not scared of losing, because he done took a loss before. Losing, he done been through that. Yeah. I feel right now in his career, being that it's kind of coming down to the twilight, he still probably got a good 5, maybe 6 good years left in him if he chose to do that. But I feel he don't have a fear of losing to David Benavidez. I just feel he don't want to. I think he might feel he will lose his fans. It might be a possibility he could be knocked out. And he wouldn't want his career to be seen as him being knocked out. Like, a lot of people love Canelo. He's revered. And I think, because, we human. You got to think about it. Everybody look at these boxers like they gods, not knowing that they have feelings, emotions too. Like, they have fear. We don't know if Canelo have any kind of fear of Benavidez. He might just have a fear of, I don't want to be embarrassed. Because it's possible that this young lion might knock me out. Because it goes back to sparring. I'm pretty sure there's been stories that he had sparring. This young boy coming up, sparring with Triple G. He could fight, he could thump. Plus, he watching him fighting Caleb Plant. And yes, Caleb Plant did give Canelo a little work, and Canelo put him out. But people forget, Plant had ordered an 11-foot ring to fight Benavidez, because he didn't want to fight in the small area. He didn't want to. He knew he couldn't go toe to toe with him. He had to move around. So Canelo know he's not. He's coming down in his gears. He still can fight. Yes, hell of a fighter. But I feel that he don't want to take that risk of possibly getting knocked out, because everybody talks shit about Boo Boo, but Boo Boo was a hell of a fighter. The average man, Boo Boo would knock the fuck out easy, no problem. And I feel Canelo noticed in the boxing world, he's not going to take that risk of letting this young man possibly have a chance to knock him out. That would, I feel that would defeat him, crush him, because Bivol gave him hell, but Bivol wasn't no beast like Benavidez as far as in applying pressure.
Can I respond to you real quick, Ashley?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
And this with all due respect, you're talking about the Benavidez who did not knock out Caleb Plant?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, listen, you gotta also.
Canelo?
No, listen, man, listen. I feel what you're saying, but you also gotta also weigh into the fact that he had a bigger ring. Plus, the referee wasn't really stopping him from holding him the way he was. He wasn't holding Canelo the way he was holding Benavidez, because Benavidez was applying so much pressure on him. So he had no choice but to hold on to him. He couldn't stand there and outbox him. You see how his face looked after that fight?
So
then y'all look at Boo Boo.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Has Canelo's chin been tested?
That's the thing. It has been tested. But now that he's getting older, you got to think it's not like Benavidez going to hit him with a one punch and knock him out. I'm not saying that. It's the accumulation of the rounds going. If Canelo don't get Benavidez out of there by the 6th, 7th round, and he just got that man just keep coming at him, because yes, Canelo could hit. We seen the bruises he left on Bivol. But please believe me, man, that Canelo is not no dumb man. You got to understand, he's also way smaller than Benavidez. Benavidez coming in there damn near 200 pounds. So he don't want that big man stalking him down all through that fight at his age right now.
Has Benavidez had his chin tested?
Yes, Benavidez got knocked out. He got not knocked out, but he been knocked down. But you also got to think he was younger too. He was what 19 that fight, maybe 20 when he got knocked down. He was still a baby. But he's getting old and he's getting better. And I feel, like I said, I'm not saying he's scared of him. I just feel he don't want to take that risk of this man maybe knocking him out. Because you got to think, man, Benavidez be punishing people. He been punishing his fighters. Everybody he been fighting, even though everybody be like, who did he fight? Who did he fight? But a lot of people that Canelo fought haven't fought nobody. Like John Ryder, who did he fight? What was his resume?
It looks like
You know
he
what I'm saying?
really want to respond to you real quick, Ashley. Can he respond to you real quick?
Oh yeah, anybody
I'm
can
gonna respond to this.
Oh,
John
boy.
Ryder earned the mandatory spot of the WBO. He beat Zach Parker.
Okay, hold up.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
You can let me finish before you said who was John Ryder and what he didn't know. John Ryder beat Zach Parker, who fucking Demetrius Andrade ducked. We all know that's fact. He also beat former world champion Danny Jacobs. And everyone here, yes, Jacobs may have gone on, but everyone here respects Danny Jacobs as a fighter, correct?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Correct.
A world-class fighter. So that's who John Ryder beat. Okay? So he earned it. Now,
Hold on, hit. I'm so sorry. I can't because he mentioned Boo Boo Andre. Boo Boo Andre is less worthy than John Ryder.
No, that's what. No, I'm getting to it. Boo Boo's
Hold
less
on,
worthy.
wait. Hold on. You said Boo Boo is less worthy than who?
John Ryder.
John Ryder.
Yes.
So
Yes.
y'all really hold up. So you telling me you believe toe Boo Boo wouldn't beat the shit out of fucking John Ryder?
John Ryder knocks Boo Boo up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
No.
think Boo Boo beats the shit out of anybody.
No, he doesn't. Bro,
John Ryder would have knocked Boo Boo
What?
up.
Hold on,
Hold on, everybody. One second. What world champion has Boo Boo Andre beat?
He haven't beaten no champions that I know of. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be hold up before I finish. I'm not all that knowledgeable as far as who knocked out who, because like I said, I'm just really starting to get into boxing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I'm just lending an opinion. I'm not here to argue nobody because
I understand. It makes sense now. That's why I understand what you were talking about the Canelo Benavidez, because I was not really understanding, because when you look at
I see y'all was ready to sick the dogs on me just now. Y'all was ready to kill me.
No one's insulting you. No one's sicking the dog. We're just trying to educate my brother. And let me help educate you. Canelo has the best 10 in boxing proven. And so when you've seen that, and Benavidez has never fought a puncher. So he was dropped by a guy that's not regarded as a puncher. You said he was young, that's fine, but he still hasn't fought any punchers. Plant, not a puncher. Boo Boo, not a puncher. These guys are not big punchers. They don't have power.
Boo Boo was dropping like everybody he fought. Even if they didn't stay down, he was knocking them down.
Hold on. But what champion did he drop?
He didn't fight nobody because it wasn't nobody trying to fight him.
So if he didn't fight anybody, then how is he dropping everything?
So you saying none of those champions? So you saying nobody was dodging Boo Boo? Everybody
Boo Boo had a chance to fight Hunt. Boo Boo had a chance to fight Janabek at 160, and he threw his gun in the trash. He walked away from the fight.
He was chasing. As far as I can remember, he was chasing Canelo. Like I said, he was chasing that bag.
Calling out Canelo is not chasing Canelo. Chasing Canelo is beating all the top guys so you can get to Canelo. He wasn't chasing. He's calling out. There's a big difference between calling for a fight, begging for a fight, and earning a fight. He came up to Canelo's fight and was like, oh, after Canelo beat Saunders, oh, I want to fight you. He could have fought David Benavidez right then, moved up in weight, fought Benavidez or anybody else to say, hey, I want that Canelo fight. I'll do anything to get it. He didn't do that.
You know what? I would give
fighting Zach Parker for the mandatory spot, which he didn't do, and he backed out of because of the money. This is where y'all going to get me, because like I said, I'm not knowledgeable in that information right there. But this the only question I want answered.
Sure.
He got all the straps to 168. Like you said, John Ryder was his mandatory. Just like right now, David Benavidez is his mandatory. Everybody said he could fight who he wants. But when everybody get on Mayweather ass about him not fighting who he wants.
Hold on. First off, Mayweather was never undisputed, so we can't make that comparison.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
saying. I'm just saying because Canelo cleaned out the division. Mayweather never did that. The second thing, hold on. The second thing is Benavidez was offered a fight and then he decided to move up in weight and fight somebody else who's also not regarded as a big puncher. So his team is moving him in a direction of guys who are not punchers to make. If he's a bigger puncher than everybody he's fighting, wouldn't you look like a killer?
So yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But the point I'm telling you, just said that he was offered money, but he chose to move up.
Yes.
So basically, you saying Benavidez was lying when he said he was offered the $5 million. He was willing to take it. He just wanted the opportunity to fight him.
So he said that they decided to. So immediately after he said they were offered $5 million, and he said, "Oh, we agreed to everything, but we didn't hear back, so we decided to make another fight."
Yeah, I mean,
so
he's been waiting. How long he been waiting to fight him though? I mean, I understand he lost the belt.
Canelo Canelo just announced his opponent like yesterday or the day before. It's been a long process for Canelo to nail down his opponent. So if he calls and makes you an offer, and this is the fight you want, and you don't want to fight nobody else, you can't wait a few weeks. You can't wait until they figure out how they want to put this offer and all this together. You said you just didn't hear back, but you still call Team Canelo, the same Canelo's team, and make another fight with another one of their fighters. Does that look like you're picking and choosing?
No, to me it looks like he's trying to get that. He's trying to get that chance of getting trying to be undisputed to fight the winner between what's his name? I can't pronounce the guy name.
Bivol.
Yeah, Benavidez and Bivol.
But then he said he wanted to move up another weight class and fight Tszyu Ramirez at cruiserweight. So how are you looking for undisputed at 168 or 175? And you say your next fight in the year is going to be at cruiserweight.
I was looking at a video. He was like, he'll be willing to move up, and he said that's what he was going to do. He said, "I'll be willing to move up."
Well, think about it like this: Team Benavidez have been caught in a lot of lies. Remember, they said they were willing to fight David Morrell. Fight never happened. Remember, they've been saying, "Oh, we've been making Canelo offers." Eddie Reynoso said, "We've never been offered anything."
But I'm sure Canelo and his team know that the Benavidez fight will probably be the biggest fight, the biggest money grab than any of these other dudes that he's fighting.
I actually think Munguia versus
y'all say Benavidez can't sell. I mean, y'all said Benavidez don't sell no tickets, but he's going to sell just on the strength that his fans. But hold up, his fans is going to come watch him fighting Canelo. Canelo's going to bring all the glit and the glam, of course, because he's the A side.
I'll tell you this.
It shouldn't be an excuse about how many pay-per-views Benavidez make, because everybody's going to watch that fight, from the African Americans to the Latinos and to the Caucasians, and everybody is going to want to watch that.
So let me clear this up for you. So Benavidez selling with Canelo is like anybody selling with Canelo, because Canelo's the draw. He brings the attention. Benavidez fighting Bostic next. How many pay-per-view buys do you think that's going to do?
You said he fighting. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
Don't nobody know.
It's going to do Dookie water. We all know it. So since we know that he's not going to sell shit his next fight, really, Canelo's his big fight, his big payday, and he keeps talking about moving up.
But isn't that the point? Isn't that the point in boxing? You want a payday, so you can set yourself and your family up, right? You don't want to fight for peanuts forever.
That's not the point. I mean, that's what some people fight for. Canelo said he fights for legacy. That's why he went for undisputed.
Well, I feel if he's fighting for legacy. And if Benavidez is so easy and it's all about legacy, everybody is talking shit about him being scared of him. That's it. If it was me, if I'm champion,
what does Canelo gain by
I'm gonna get ahead and get it out the way and show everybody that this kid is not ready.
That's a good question. What does Canelo gain by beating Benavidez? If he beat him today, what does he get by beating him?
What does he get by not fighting him? But listen,
he don't get anything by beating him.
Listen, all right, cool.
That's not a legacy fight.
So what is he gonna get out of it? He do fight him. It's like the same thing. It's like that's an even odd question right there. What does he get out of it? What does he get out of it is people not being able to say when he retired that you ducked this man, because everybody say Floyd ducked Keith, right? Everybody still say that.
Hold on. So did people say Canelo ducked Jamal Charlo?
And which one? They were saying he was.
I'm talking about Jamal, the big Charlo.
I said, I'm just giving my opinion.
No, I understand. I'm just speaking. So they said Canelo ducked Jamal Charlo, the big Charlo. They said it for years. The fight gets made. It's a cherry pick.
But did he or did he not have time when they was all in 154? Did Canelo or did he not have ample opportunity to fight them dudes? Because he gave up his belt. He gave up his belt. He gave up his belt when they gave him the mandatory to fight Triple G. He gave up his belt. He threw his belt in the trash.
Hold on. Canelo offered Jamal Charlo a fight in 2019 and signed to fight him recently. He's offered him multiple occasions over the years to fight Jamal Charlo, and Jamal Charlo has declined.
Yep.
Only thing I want to know is,
2019.
like I said, man,
August
only thing I want to know is why fight Jaime Munguia when you could afford David Benavidez?
Hold on, one
That's
second.
all I want to know.
Okay, we'll get to that. 1 second. So when Canelo retires, they're going to say, oh, he ducked Jamal Charlo, not realizing that Charlo turned down all them opportunities for the fade. Now, when you talk about Munguia versus Benavidez, Benavidez has already said Canelo made him an offer and he chose to go another way because he didn't want to wait. That's his own fault. He didn't really want to fight. If you decide to move up and wait and fight somebody else.
The only thing I don't understand about us being fans, like I said before, man, we take everything like what these guys say is just 100% gospel. Like people don't lie or people don't like somebody just gonna really come out and be like, you know what? I don't want to fight this dude because there's a possibility this motherfucker might knock me the fuck out. And I'm not trying to go out like that. Y'all act like people don't even think about it.
I'm voting Team Benavidez. I'm strengthening your argument. The guy that you support said that he was offered to fight. The guy you support said he was offered to fight and said he didn't want to wait, so they went in another direction to fight a guy who's not a puncher, who's older at a higher weight class.
But listen, and keep it real. If you're a boxer, if you've been waiting 3 years, right? You've been trying to make this fight for 3 fucking years, and we can't say he wasn't. For 3 years, this man, and it's not like he got. Hold on, let me finish. I'll let y'all talk.
Let him talk.
Let me just say something.
Let him talk.
The man waited 3 years, right? Okay, everybody say he was all right. The D, we can't use the narcotic. He was using narcotics. You feel what I'm saying? He lost his belt. The second one, everybody, he couldn't lose the weight. We leaving out, it was a pandemic that year. It was a pandemic. It wasn't like you could get out and go to the gym and go out there and lose all the weight and do what you got to do to stay in shape. Plus, he was one of the first fights to fight during the pandemic. So that's kind of understandable for you to lose your belt. Now, you're the champion. Your belts got stripped. He could have came and fought. As soon as I got stripped, you come to my division, take my belt. Now you got all 3 of the belts. I want my belts back. But you going around fighting everybody, and I'm the mandatory. I'm still waiting. Boxing is supposed to be about proving you the best. I'm the best in 168 right now. Let's get it. Why is you bouncing around fighting everybody but me? You telling me who do I fight? Who do I fight? My resume is bad. I stink. I mean, I'm here. Let's get this shit over with. You show me that you could beat me. You believe you could beat me. So let's just get this shit over the way and we could just shut everybody up. Okay. I don't understand why that just won't happen. Everybody saying he ducking him or this one ain't signing this one. Even his manager said this. Like David Benavidez said, he was like, oh, I'll fight him anytime. I don't even care if I got to get $5 million. Okay. And why would I want to take $5 million when everybody else that fought you, John Ryder, everybody else only got $10 million? Why is you even offering me $5 million?
Okay, hold on. Now let me speak on this. Your timeline's fucked up. First off, Canelo Alvarez started going. Hold on, Canelo started going for undisputed at 168, while David Benavidez was still a champion. He had already made offers to Billy Joe Saunders to obtain the first belt at 168, while Benavidez was a champion. Benavidez then, in turn, lost his belt later that summer. That's when he initially lost it. Canelo was already trying to make that happen. Secondly, you're talking about in the pandemic, he couldn't make weight. First off, Canelo didn't miss weight in the pandemic. Yes. What are you talking about? He couldn't go to the gym. And then
Canelo wasn't overweight either. He wasn't the type that got a lot of weight on him. He's a little guy.
Let me finish. Hold on.
Bro, let him finish, bro.
I'll let you talk. It's professionalism. So if you're going to be able to make weight, you need to be disciplined. It's not Canelo's fault. This guy fucked up and couldn't stop eating Taco Bell. That's not Canelo's fault. We're not going to blame people for shit that your personal responsibility. Me personally, I was still going to the gym in the pandemic. Yeah, you can't social distance. I was busting cheeks, going to the gym, all of that shit. Canelo was still making weight. Let me finish. Canelo was still making weight, and he went after the belts at undisputed before Benavidez lost the belt. So we can't use that excuse. The second thing is, if Canelo's on a roll trying to become undisputed, why would I stop my roll to fight a guy who don't have a damn belt? That don't make any sense. A guy who's already proven that he fucks up fights by snorting dope, by missing weight. Why would I stop what I'm doing to fight that guy? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, hold on. I'll let you speak. Let me finish. And then another thing that you were like, oh, why would you offer him $5 million? Why would you offer him? His pay-per-view buys are shit. This is a business at the end of the day. So if I'm gonna offer you something, hold on, and what difference does it make anyway? If he said he accepted, he ain't got a problem with it. Why you got a problem with it?
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question. You said he couldn't make 5 million sales, right? How many sales?
John, make 5
how many sales did John Ryder have?
What's the problem?
Sales did John Ryder have in his pay-per-view fight?
Hold on, we're not talking about John Ryder. David Benavidez, did he say he accepted the 5 million or not?
Huh?
Did David Benavidez say he accepted 5 million or not?
He said he would take it to fight him. Yeah, he
exactly.
said he would take the fight.
So what are you arguing? Why are you arguing for a bigger
point? Yeah, because he's saying he's willing to take because that's they lowballing him. If you gonna come and offer me 5,
what the hell?
Just because I want to get in your ass. Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Hold on, but you accepted the money. So why you come? Why you want to be his manager when he said no? I'll take the money.
So why he didn't get back to him? He didn't hear nothing else from him. So why would he chasing you? Come on, man, you gotta be 100. Who the fuck keep chasing somebody?
It ain't just that.
Keep chasing somebody to get a fight. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next weight. I need to hold that kind of weight.
I need to go on this. Let me go on this because I need to speak. Not only that, though, and this is further proof about Benavidez here being the one who doesn't want this fight, in my opinion. We fucking see we've all seen, with this recent how Canelo and Munguia got made. The problems with the PBC and all that. How it's a DAZN PBC co-production. Because there's rumors the PBC might be going broke or anything. Okay.
I don't think the PBC broke. I don't think they're going broke, man. I just think that's people talking, man.
No. So I said rumors. I did clearly say rumors at the start, okay? But what I'm going to make here is we had all this conversation. I believe it was like 2 weeks ago. Eddie Hearn comes out and says there was rumors Canelo could rejoin DAZN, rejoin Matchroom. And Hearn's like, oh, we'll happily make that match. And then you have David Benavidez, his own manager, Sampson, come out and say, and Hearn quotes it and says, I had a discussion with Sampson. He'd be happy to make the fight. But Sampson then said, all TV rights and all that need to go on Amazon Prime. We need to understand this. David Benavidez ain't the pay-per-view star. Canelo Alvarez is. Also, exactly. David Benavidez is the challenger. The undisputed champion is Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the A side in this fight. No questions asked. Pay-per-view numbers.
Who said that was the argument? Who even said that was the argument? What are you talking about?
But this goes to my point with you. It's just like you're saying that David needs to chase this guy down. David Benavidez has a mandatory with the WBC, which ain't till September. We've heard Mauricio Sulman come out and say the mandatory probably gets called in September. How is that Canelo's fault?
And you think they're going to strip him if he don't fight him in September?
Hold on. Does Canelo have control over the WBC?
Come on, man. He's the money man. You think
he don't dictate their terms?
When they stripped him last time, what happened?
They said they're going to call it in September. Benavidez's team agreed for it to be moved to September. They agreed. There's documented evidence.
Yeah, and until they found out that he wasn't going to be the next fighter in September to fight because he's not going to fight him.
So where's your proof?
I promise you he won't fight him.
So where's your proof of who he's fighting in September then?
Listen, man. I'm
just asking. Where's your proof?
We're going to see. I don't have no proof. I'm not gonna have no proof, but I'm gonna come to your show. I'm gonna come to listen. Can I talk? I'm gonna come to your show in September, and we're gonna see. If I'm wrong, you're gonna be like, yo, I told you. You were just talking out your ass. I was talking out my teeth clapping and all of this shit.
Hold on, Knuckles. Why would I say that when Benavidez has just said the other day that he want to move to cruiserweight for September?
Exactly.
So why would I say that?
Man, we already know. He's making plans because he already said it. That's the thing. Everybody's listening to what his managers be saying. His own manager even said David Benavidez got plenty of interviews of just him being interviewed. Let's talk about what he said. I don't care about what his manager said.
Benavidez don't have control of
the business. They trying to get the money.
Hold on, Knuckles. This is why you need to care about what his manager say because Benavidez don't have control over his fucking career. He doesn't have control. Even his father said, Al Heyman makes our fights. All of our
he don't have to have control, but when he's interviewed, they ask him about what he wants.
It don't matter what he says. He don't have power. Al Heyman and his daddy and Sampson have the power. He does what he's told. Canelo runs his own show.
You telling me if Canelo offered him that fight, that Al Heyman must be like, nah, don't do it, or they would tell him who not to fight? That's what you're saying?
Yes, they're his boss. They make his fights for him. It's on record.
So why they let him go all the way up to the next weight class to go fight? That's
you need
punches
to talk
that's
to
even bigger than
about
Canelo.
him,
on him.
because
He's
they
going up
look
there
like they
to
don't
even
want him to
fight
fight.
Bivol.
Two
It
He's
reasons.
looks
going
like
up
they
there
don't
to
want him
fight
to fight
Bivol
Canelo.
and
If
There's
you're
two
asking me.
reasons.
Better Biv. Those are animals.
There's
He's going
another
up there to
reason
fight
behind
them.
that.
No, but no, he said he's fighting Sordo after this. So when is he fighting Bivol and
Yeah.
Benavidez?
He said he's fighting him because they making some kind of interim belt for the winner of them to be the mandatory for Bivol and Better Biv. That's why he's fighting Zordy or whatever his name is.
Soto's not in 175 though. Soto's a cruiserweight.
He's at cruiserweight, so he'd end up
That
fighting
makes
Sordo
no
for
sense.
another
I
belt.
just told, listen, all right, so go look at the contract of what they fighting for. They fighting for the winner to be mandatory for the winner of Better Biv and Bivol.
But they're in different weights. They're in different weight classes. That's why that makes no sense.
What's the name? Just not what's the name? Better Biv is the one who gave him his first loss.
No, Bivol battered Tszyu, but Tszyu's not fighting a cruiserweight. He's
I ain't talking
challenging.
about. I'm not talking about Bivol. What is?
No, Bivol gave Tszyu Ramirez his first loss back in I believe it was Abu Dhabi last year.
I think it's 22, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a beatdown from Bivol. What I'm trying to say is, Tszyu Ramirez is fighting for a cruiserweight world title, I believe, next. I think he's fighting for the WBA cruiserweight world title. That is a different weight class compared to where David is fighting, Govstack, I believe, at 175.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I meant to say. That's what I'm talking about. He fight the Russian dude with the funny name, whatever his name, the one who lost the Better Biv. That's what I'm talking about. Why would he move all the way up there to fight if he's ducking or scared to fight Canelo? Like, that don't really make no sense to me.
Hold on. So you just
body
bagged. Hold on. Think about this. You body bagged yourself. Canelo already. Hold on. Canelo. You said Canelo was running from Benavidez.
I didn't say he was running. I never said he was running, and I said he's not scared of him. I said that from the beginning.
Okay, let me finish. So you said he could have made the fight for 3 years. He's been waiting, but Canelo went up to 175, fought Bivol. So, but he's scared of David. By your same logic,
I didn't say he's scared of David. I said I feel. I'm gonna say it again, so that way it's on your show, so you won't say what I was saying on your show.
Okay,
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna repeat it.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he's scared of David Benavidez because he's a fighter. Like I said, he's great. He's lost before, so that's not even the question. I said I feel that there is a possibility him fighting that man. It's a possibility he could beat David Benavidez. But he also know that there's also a slight slimmer chance that this man could beat me. And if he beat me,
you said
let me say, I said if he beat him, it could be by knockout, and he wouldn't want to have that on his resume or for his fans to be like, yo, you know how that shit would. I feel that would crush a lot of Canelo fans. If that man got knocked the fuck out,
Contradicting
when has Canelo Alvarez shown that he would be susceptible to a guy like Benavidez?
Anything that happened is boxing.
Hold on, let me finish. Canelo's a counterpuncher, right?
Man, look here, I'm older than a lot of you guys. I said the same thing about Mike Tyson. When he was in his prime, knocking everybody the fuck out, he was a machine. Nobody seen Buster Douglas come in and beating him, and not only beating him, knocking him the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? That after that, it broke everything in Mike Tyson. That's why I say it's a mental thing.
What broke Mike Tyson was losing Gusta Mato.
No. That ain't what broke him.
Yes, it is, Ashley. He was never the
what
same.
broke him was getting high before that fight, thinking that that man had no chance. He wasn't training like that. Like I said, I was back then. I remember I had to pay per view.
Completely different.
Man, I'm 50 years old, man. I've been doing this shit for a long time. As far as watching the old fighters, but like I said, man, it's a mental thing. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that Canelo was scared of Benavidez.
Get knocked out. He
trust me, he's not going to fight that man. I don't care what none of y'all say. I promise you, it's going to be like 3 years from now, and everybody's still going to be talking about Benavidez and Canelo. Canelo is not going to take that chance, no matter how much money, because he really don't need the money.
Hold on. Why is it a chance when Benavidez has not shown?
Let's be honest, man. Y'all don't be seeing.
Benavidez
y'all don't be saying what Benavidez been doing to these fighters.
Speak 1 second. Benavidez don't fight punchers. So what is Canelo afraid of? He's knocking out guys with no. Andrade has no power.
Right or wrong,
he already has a weak chin. He was dropped by
Canelo Bivol fight.
Dropped by Vanis Monterosian. This guy's never had power or a chin or ever been a champion. Watching a Demetrius Andrade fight, that was like taking candy from a baby. Andrade is ass.
Hold on. So you telling me in that Bivol fight, when
Bivol and Andrade are not the same. They're not the same. Don't ever mention them the same because they're not the same. Skill
They're
set.
not.
Listen, first of all, let's not act like everybody knew who the fuck Bivol was when Canelo
If
went
you
to
are
go
a
fight.
boxing fan,
That's
you
why
knew who
everybody
Bivol
was
was.
saying it was a cherry pick.
Boxing
If you
fans
remember,
know who
being
Bivol
that you're a Canelo
was.
fan, I'm pretty
It's
sure you
Bivol.
remember
It ain't got
when
nothing to
he
do
went
with
to go
Canelo.
fight
If you're a
Canelo.
boxing fan, you
Because
knew
they
who
didn't want
Bivol
him
was.
to fight Makabu. If you remember, they didn't want him to fight Makabu because they said that was a cherry pick. So he went and fought Bivol. I'm
Canelo
sure
said
y'all
he
remember
never.
that.
Hold on.
And
That's
everybody
not
was saying
exactly.
Bivol was a cherry
That's
pick.
not what
Didn't
happened at all.
nobody know Bivol was
would've
nice
been
like
a
that.
cherry pick.
Canelo, first off, Canelo said he never knew that Eddie Reynoso was interested in him fighting Makabu. He said he was never knew that was what they were wanting. He didn't want to fight. If Canelo
I
really
didn't
wanted
say
to
that's
fight
what he
Makabu,
wanted. I said that's what everybody was
I
saying.
understand.
I said
don't care what
everybody was saying.
I care about the facts. And the facts are Canelo chose not to fight Makabu and chose to fight Bivol. He chose to fight a guy in a higher weight class who's more skilled and more dangerous than David Benavidez. Only casuals didn't know who.
So you knew
Makabu who got
Bivol was
knocked out by
still.
Tony Bellew.
You knew Bivol was him back then when he went to go fight him. You knew that.
So if you go back, hold on, give me a second. Go back to my live right before the fight of Canelo Bivol, and I said this is an extremely dangerous fight for Canelo Alvarez.
Yes.
I said this. I said this is an extremely dangerous fight. People want to overlook Bivol, but he's highly skilled, highly dangerous, and he's a fucking problem. I'm favoring Canelo to win, but I can definitely see him losing this fight. And when he lost, people were acting like I said Canelo was going to walk through him like he was nothing. I never said any of that shit. I said this is a dangerous opponent.
Benavidez, I'm pretty sure y'all seen that sparring. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the sparring the video with Benavidez.
Sparring don't mean shit,
man.
Hold on.
The point I'm trying to make is look how bigger he was than Bivol. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you really think, listen, man, and you listen, you mean to tell me that Benavidez ain't gonna have no skill to put hands on Canelo? He's just gonna walk through all those punches. Canelo just gonna walk through all them punches. He ain't gonna stagger him. He ain't gonna hurt him.
He blocks punches with his face. Canelo's gonna lump this boy up. How you block? How you Senor Pinata? And you gonna beat Canelo?
Listen,
so you must not know what you're watching. Seriously.
Oh my
Benavidez
God.
don't have no defense. Where's Benavidez' defense and footwork? Explain that to me. That's all I want to. Well, hold on. Come on, Knuckles. Where's his defense and footwork? Explain that to me.
Well, it was looking pretty. It was looking pretty good in that Boo Boo fight.
Boo Boo trash.
He has no power.
So if Boo Boo so trash, so everybody Boo Boo fought was garbage. Everybody Boo Boo fought all 30 fights. All 30 fights. All right, name all 32 of the fights.
They're all garbage.
He has pillows for hands.
He has pillows for hand and a
That's
cup.
what they said about Mayweather. That's what they said about Mayweather.
Don't ever disrespect Mayweather and Boo.
That's what I'm saying. They said Mayweather had
champion.
He was undefeated.
Fight Sergio Martinez.
Listen, man, he was undefeated.
Being undefeated don't mean shit.
Yeah,
so listen, if he was, if that's the case, Canelo should have knocked him out. Canelo should have fought him then. If he was all that garbage,
never be the champion.
Who is Boo Boo beat?
Hey, but answer this: did Canelo, did he or did he not say the winner of I'm fighting the winner of Boo Boo and Benavidez? Did he say
I never heard him say that.
No, he never said that. That never came out.
Oh my God, that never came out. That never came out.
It was never reported.
Are you watching Blue Blood Sports or what? Like Dante's Chicken Wing Nation? I don't know what you're watching.
No, I don't know. I like watching you because I get.
If you like watching me, I'm really disappointed. You know,
to be honest, I like your content. I'm not listening. Like I said, I'm not here to talk shit. I'm just here to have a discussion.
We're having a discussion, but this is turning into it.
No, you said Boo Boo.
Wait, I can't listen to everybody. Can I get one at a time? Go ahead. The first
garbage. Hold on. First off, I just want to say Boo Boo's garbage. If you're using him as a barometer for Canelo, you're going to be sadly disappointed.
No, I'm not using him as a barometer. What I'm saying is, y'all saying Benavidez is just all trash. He ain't fighting nobody.
Nobody said Benavidez trash, but his defense is garbage. His footwork is garbage. His power is questionable because he's fighting guys who do not have power or skills.
Much less he could not even knock down.
Hold up. Nobody in 168 got power, or is it just that he big and he could take a punch? Is that what it is?
He's too big for that weight class.
He's too big for that weight class.
Okay, 175.
God, Canelo's
You
too
should have moved up a
small,
long
and
time
Benavidez
ago
is
to
too
fight
big.
other fighters. What are you
Listen,
talking
man.
about?
That's the who said that? You said Benavidez too small and David is too big, right?
No, Canelo is too small for 168, and Benavidez is actually too big for that
Yeah,
weight.
and you don't think Canelo takes that into equation? That's a young lion. So y'all talking like Benavidez is chop meat, even though he don't got good footwork. Y'all saying like this man is chop meat, like he just gonna be battering and
Yes.
bruising.
I mean, hold on. Look at it this way.
Hold on. I just want to get this
come
off
on,
real
man.
quick. Everybody that Canelo's fight is bigger than him. Everybody that Canelo fight has height and reach and size over him. Canelo's undersized at the weight class. Every belt that Canelo's won at 168, he won off of a bigger opponent. Everybody. So somebody being bigger than Canelo is nothing new to him. So if you think
tell me the out. All right. So tell me the outcome of him and the Benavidez fight. He's just gonna walk David down.
No,
beat him in the body and then knock him out, right? That's how we're gonna go down.
I'll give you my opinion. My opinion is I think it's highly competitive for the first 6 rounds, and Canelo stops him in 10 because David Benavidez is going to get worn down and eventually stop.
Canelo don't have a gas tank.
So he didn't go 12 rounds his last fight?
He went 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds with Bivol, but he was sucking gas. Stop.
Hold on. At 175.
And Bivol don't even bring the gas. Man, stop, man. Y'all talking like Benavidez ain't gonna be all over him, man. He gonna be all over that dude, man.
Okay. At 168, at this weight class, when was he shown exhausted? When?
You talking about when he fought Charlo?
No, I'm talking about the whole 168 run. This is where he fights at 168. When was he tired? Playing.
He looked at, hold up. What was his last fight in 160? Like I said, I can't really. What was his last fight in 160? Besides John Ryder.
He fought Callum Smith.
Okay.
He didn't gas, a world champion. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, world champion, didn't gas. Caleb Plant, world champion, didn't gas. So where's his gas tank issues at 168? It's at 175 where he has gas tank problems. Not 168. If he fights,
so he got tired off of 6 pounds. He was out of gas with just 6 extra pounds on him.
Yo, who's got that background noise?
So he lost all his stamina with just 6 extra pounds on him when he went up and fought Bivol?
That's exactly what happened.
6 pounds, really?
So when did he lose stamina at 168? I'm asking. I'm waiting for your example. When did he lose?
I told you I already, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't have all the knowledge that you have.
Exactly. So I'm giving you the knowledge.
I told you before. This is my opinion.
Hold on. Understand? He's never gassed out at 168.
I'm talking like this dude is gonna beat this man the fuck.
What?
What?
He know. He understand that it could be a problem. That's all I'm saying. And he don't want to take that chance because he got fans like y'all. You think that man want to lose with a possible knockout? Just think about it. How would that make you feel?
Better fighters than Benavidez.
Just answer this question for me.
Better fighter than Benavidez.
And I'm gonna shut up. Just answer this one question for me, and I shut up. How do you think that shit will make people like really feel the next day if he got knocked out? I mean, if David Benavidez fought him, right, and by the 6th, 7th round he drop him. I mean, knock him out, put him down. I'm just saying, how would you really think that would make fans feel? You don't think that man think about that? You gotta think we all human. Y'all look at Canelo as a god. Like Canelo don't have emotions, man. We all human. That man thinking like, yo,
Canelo, he went toe to toe with Triple G, bro. He's not afraid of David Benavidez, bro.
Like, I ain't say he was scared of him. I say he's just aware. He ain't gonna take no chance.
So Arda, do you know who Gennady Golovkin is?
Look here, man. Have you ever had a bully when you was growing up?
No.
Never. I'm just saying you never was a dude that lived on your block that everybody knew him for fighting, right?
There's bullies everywhere.
I'm just using this for a psychological. Listen, I'm just using this for a psychological. You know what I mean? Like an example. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, let me answer it.
If you're a fighter,
let me answer it. You asked me a question. You said there's a bully. I've never had a bully. I've had somebody come to me with problems. Either I win or I lose, but it's gonna be a fight. Right. Ain't nobody taking shit from me.
Listen, and cool, and I understand that. And listen, and this is, I asked the question, you answered it, so I'm gonna come with the second part. What I was trying to mean. You know this dude could fight. Okay, you could fight. Everybody know you could fight. They like, yo, IBPF, yo, that motherfucker could fight right there. But this other nigga, he just as bad too. So you gonna say, you know what? I respect him. I ain't scared of this motherfucker, but I ain't gonna just step to this dude and fight him because I know it's a possibility this nigga might could get me. He might kind of lump me up a little bit, and I ain't trying to let that be seen. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I ain't scared of him, I might could get his ass, But then again, it might be a chance this dude could get me. And I'm telling you, he's getting older now. Y'all acting like Canelo's still 25. The Canelo that fought Mayweather.
But
He's thinking about his future.
The guy you're pumping up saying that's dangerous and that's great.
I'm just saying it's not just for Benavidez, but anybody dangerous. He ain't go up there and fight Benavidez. That's a dangerous fight. He like, man, that motherfucker might knock me out. Hell no.
Talking about Benavidez having the ability to knock out Canelo when he couldn't knock out Caleb Plant. And
he couldn't knock out the rail.
And the difference between Canelo and Plant is that Canelo's throwing bombs back at Benavidez. Benavidez has never been in the ring with an opponent who can punch. Never, not one time. Never in his whole career.
I promise you, man. If we can, I wish us fans could sit down with Canelo. I wish we could sit down with Canelo just on a one-on-one.
No, I'm asking.
And I promise you that man to tell you like, yo, man. I'm
just asking a question. Hold on. I just want that one answer. When have you seen Benavidez fight a puncher?
I don't know who's a puncher. I ain't in there to fill punches. We don't know.
Oh my God.
We just going off our fight.
Oh,
that's going off our fight.
Didn't you say Bivol Andrade was a puncher?
He had to fight. Listen, whoever they put in front of him,
you said Bivol was a puncher. You said Bivol was dropping everybody. You said Bivol Andrade was dropping everybody. The only thing he did was drop his balls when he went in there with David Benavidez because that man can't punch for shit. He can't punch himself out of a wet paper bag.
All those fights, Bivol had, y'all say he ain't a puncher, right? So why the fuck everybody was falling down there?
He's fighting tomato cans. He's fighting palocados.
Bro,
he's fighting car wash employees.
You can't hype this man up fighting contradonquils.
So everybody Benavidez fight was bums, right? Employees, right?
Yeah, most of his
right? So
are you going to fight who's in your so it's his fault?
So
it's Benavidez' fault who's in his division that he got to fight? That's what you're saying.
So hold on. Is it Canelo's fault who's the mandatory and John Ryder? Is that his fault?
But he done fought him already. Who's his mandatory?
So why you keep bringing him up?
Why he not quick to fight that mandatory?
Because the Benavidez mandatory goes in September, as I stated earlier on.
It's not September.
But it's been 3 years later on. It's been 3 years. 3 years. Not 1, not 8 months ago. Not 6 months ago.
IBF went first. Come on.
Hey, hold on. Do you know Yildirim was the mandatory? That was David Benavidez mandatory that Canelo fought because Benavidez fucked it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
We all know, man. We all know that Canelo controls the shit. Like y'all say, he's King Nello. He runs the shit. If Canelo wanted to fight this man, the shit would have went down already. Let's stop. Let's stop pretending.
Let's just stop pretending.
Let's just be real. If the man wanted to fight, the fight would have been on already. Okay.
Hold on. So you
like
think
3 years ago?
You think
it's not about because everybody. You heard what he said. First, I don't fight Mexicans.
This is where your perception.
Then it was you. Who did you fight? Bro. Come on, man. We all him. We know if I was a boxer, if I wanted to fight you, I'm just gonna fight you. If I'm the A side, I control everything. I'm Mr. Cash. Yeah, I'm playing. You know what? Get him in the ring. I'm tired of everybody talking. I'm tired of this dude running his mouth because his daddy was talking mad shit. His daddy was popping hella shit. So if I'm a champion, you know what? I'm gonna beat your son ass just to show you. I don't care how much money it is. I'm gonna beat your ass. It's just that simple. You know that. You know that, and you know that. All 4 of y'all know that deep down. So we can stop all this contract talking shit. That shit really is irrelevant. If the man really wanted to fight,
is Bivol Andrade an A-level fighter? Yes or no?
Bivol Andrade.
Is Bivol Andrade A-level fighter? Is he elite?
I consider him elite.
But he ain't never been a champion, so how you elite?
I consider him elite.
But how?
Maybe y'all, because like I said, y'all Canelo fans. Y'all probably don't respect him. Y'all probably don't respect his resume.
Never be the champion. I just answer that for me, please, Nux.
I don't, like I said, I don't know about his whole career. I only go by all the fights I've seen. Only by the fights that I've seen about him. And those was like between the last 5 years. Like, I mean, not 5 years, but right before he had that little pause of breaking the fighting when he came back to fight David Benavidez. But before then, I seen like maybe 3 of his fights. So it's not like I've been following him from when he came from the Olympics to all the way up to David Benavidez.
The son of New Jersey got a question for you, Knuckles.
It's actually not a question. I know it's off topic. One of our brothers actually wants to join the live.
Okay.
Jesse's
your
looking to get
boy
in.
Noah.
Okay, tell him to click the link or I drop
Jesse's been
another
looking to
one
get
for
in
him.
as well.
And,
But
and
like
the
I
only
said,
thing,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, fella, I don't want nobody to take me. I don't want nobody to, get rubbed the wrong way just by me talking. Cause like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody or nothing. I'm just going by, just having my opinion.
Nobody's disrespecting you, Knuckles. Look, we're just trying to educate you, my brother. Because
No, I'm not saying y'all. I just don't want y'all to think I'm trying to be disrespectful. That's what
no,
I'm
you're
saying.
not disrespectful at all. You're just ignorant to the facts, and that's why I'm trying to help you along. You don't understand that Benavidez is
ignorant to
getting
the fact.
hyped up.
You
don't
really
understand
believe that
Demetrius
Canelo is
Andrade
just this
goofy.
brass
You don't
ball?
understand all these things.
Y'all just think this man is this Mexican Terminator brass ball who will take on the whole world. Who don't
He's
believe
already
that
proven
He
that.
already
him
did
being
that,
human.
bro.
He's already proven that.
Proven it.
He's proven
So
that.
this man, so he wasn't calculated. He just was taking all comers. When you a fighter, man, that's what your promoter and them do. They pick the fighters. They know who's a killer. They know who's a killer out there.
Okay, Nux.
They're not going to send their man in there against the best fighter every time. Cause that'll be suicide. You have to pick them out. You're not going to just go in there and be like, you know what? Line up Ali, Tyson, and fucking Joe Frazier and motherfucking George Foreman. We're going to fight all four of them the next 4 fights on the contract. You're not going to do that. You're going to pick out dudes who you feel your fighter could beat. And you're going to, like, Benavidez was supposed to be like the last boss in the fucking Nintendo game. He was supposed to be the last dude when it come to fucking Charlo and whoever the fuck else he was going to fight in the meet. You might as well go ahead and get Benavidez. You're going to get more money. The fuck is you fighting these bums, Munguia? Who the fuck is it? Who did this guy fight? Who was he? What's his resume? Why y'all not getting on his head? Why y'all not talking about who the fuck he knocked out? Who's the champion?
Okay, I gotta mute you. So if you're calling Munguia a bum, then why did David Benavidez want to fight him?
He's that motherfucker.
Hold on. Why did Benavidez want to fight Munguia? Why did Benavidez want to fight Munguia?
If he's a
You said why? Because he wanted to take out Canelo competition, so he won't have no excuse but to fight him. That was smart. That was a strategic move.
So Benavidez gets credit for fighting a bum, but Canelo.
Nobody said that's worth a fight. Watch it.
Double standard.
Come on, man. Benavidez was trying to be strategic. He was like, "Let me beat the motherfucker. If I beat,
I guess this is
who you want to fight." Like I said, man, Canelo is the king. Once that man beat motherfucking Plant and fucking Bivol, right then he should have been like, you know what? I take all comers. This like you said, this Canelo can't be beat. So I'd have been like, you know what? Bring his ass on.
Hold on, Knuckles. Hold on, Knuckles. Hold on, Knuckles. Hold on, Knuckles. Hold on. Canelo already beat Plant, right?
The shit alone.
Hold on. You know Canelo already beat Plant, right?
Yeah.
So Canelo already knocked out Plant. Benavidez didn't. So Canelo already beat.
Look how big the ring was. Why you
it's not about how big a ring. It's about your skill set.
The ring size is an excuse. Come on, Knuckles.
That's an excuse, Nux.
And let's not.
Answer the question. Was he running and holding Benavidez? Why ain't nobody saying nothing?
Hey,
was he holding him?
Was
he running for him and was he holding him? Or was he just standing there fighting?
You on about?
Huh?
You on about Plant when Plant fought Benavidez?
No, when he fought Benavidez, was he holding him?
No, he was boxing him for 5-6 rounds, and then Benavidez started
strengthening
him.
Boxing him.
He wasn't holding him. He wasn't holding. He was just boxing him the whole fight.
Not the whole fight, but he won the first 5 rounds.
He won the first 5 rounds, and then Benavidez turned it around using his physical strength.
And then Benavidez took over.
And he was holding him them 6 rounds that he won. He was holding him. Go back and watch that fight. Everybody was talking shit about the referee because the referee was letting him hold him the whole fucking fight. What is it? Come on, man. I know y'all watched the fight.
So if he was holding, why didn't Benavidez stop him from holding? Why didn't Benavidez stop him? He didn't have the ring IQ to overcome that. You said he's highly skilled. He's highly dangerous. He's highly skilled.
From pillar to post. He beat him from pillar. Was he holding Canelo like that?
I'm asking you a question. Where was them skills at? If he was being held, where was them skills?
What skills?
The skills to get him up off you so you can put him down. Because Canelo figured it out, but he couldn't. So explain to me why Canelo's skills were superior, but not his.
Canelo figured it out because he wasn't holding Canelo. He was balling up, letting Canelo beat his body in.
Why couldn't he hold Canelo?
Canelo beat his body in and then went up to the head.
Why could he not hold Canelo?
I gave you the answer.
I don't know, but why could he not hold Canelo?
Because he wasn't because Canelo wasn't applying the pressure, tying him out like the fucking way Benavidez was. Look how they was.
You realize Canelo slept this man, broke him down
Boxing
throughout the
Canelo in
fight.
those first couple of rounds. Let's be real.
Canelo's
Was
a
he
highly skilled
outboxing
fighter
Canelo?
and not one-dimensional.
Oh my
Benavidez
God.
only comes forward.
Was he outboxing Canelo those first couple of rounds?
He never outboxed Canelo. No.
None. He didn't win none of the rounds.
Did he not go to? Did he win the rounds against Benavidez?
Yes.
He was whooping his ass until he passed.
Hold on.
That's
Can
the point
I
I'm
be fair
trying to
here?
make
Can I
to
be
you.
fair?
That's the point. That's the same point I'm trying to make to you.
I'm going to be
Plant
fair.
was getting off on Canelo, then Canelo started applying the pressure. That's the same point I'm trying to
be
make.
fair. Plant did win a few rounds against Canelo. I want to
Yeah,
make
he
that
did.
clear. He
Thank
won.
you.
He
I'm
won a few.
glad somebody said it because everybody talking like he was just whooping his ass all
rounds
night.
against Canelo. Canelo then started to cut off the ring like the ring generally is, and
Yeah.
in the end he went to the finish went on to finish Plant. Now let me make this clear: Canelo won more rounds than freaking Benavidez did.
So answer this
Benavidez
question.
for 5 rounds was getting
Why did he
absolutely
order an 11-foot ring? Why he didn't have a standard ring like everybody else? What's the reason for that?
Why is ring size? This is
Because
why I'm having a
why
look
is that
he's
a factor?
got more
Why is
room.
ring
Come on,
size
it's
an
a big difference when you in the ring fighting. You got more room to move around,
Why
bounce
is ring
around,
size
get the
an
fuck away.
issue?
He already knows Benavidez walks you down. He knows this. You think Plant was trying to stand there and fight with this man and he walking him down? He was walking right through Plant punches. Why do you think he did what he did? Because he tired him out. Everybody he fight, watch Benavidez fights. Everybody he fight, he over pressures them.
But he's
For
never
some
fought a
reason, his
puncher.
gas tank.
But he's
For
never
some
fought
reason, that
anybody
man
like
got a
that.
gas
Knuckles,
tank out this
Knuckles,
fucking world.
Knuckles, let me
Y'all
ask
don't want to
this.
give him his props because y'all feel
Knuckles,
he's
let
a
me ask
fucking
this.
bum. But a
Knuckles, let
true
me ask
boxing
this.
fan, if you watch Benavidez fight, even though he don't got the footwork
Knuckles, I
that
have a
everybody
question.
say he have, the man got hell of a gas tank, and he would beat your fucking face in.
No,
Y'all
Knuckles,
don't want to.
I'm
Y'all
asking
don't
a
want to.
question.
Y'all just
I
feel
wanna
he
ask you a
gonna beat
question.
Canelo,
Hold on, let
and he
Hit
might
ask
not
a
beat him. But I'm
Knuckles, let
telling
me
you,
ask you a
y'all just think.
Hold on. Hit got a question.
I'm trying to ask you a question, okay?
Go ahead, man.
We all know the most dangerous fight Canelo Alvarez took was
Right.
Gennady Golovkin.
Oh
I
my
think we could.
fucking! Nah, please not the last one. I hope you ain't talking about
No,
the.
no,
I
no,
hope
no,
say
no,
the
no,
first
no.
fight.
I mate
The first fight.
Golovkin had gone by the third fight. It's sad, and I'm a huge Triple G fan. Golovkin had gone by the third fight. But none of us expected Golovkin to have regressed that
What you
much
feel
by
about the
third
first
fight.
one? What you feel
First
about the
fight,
first fight?
Golovkin won. Golovkin won that first fight. Canelo
Thank
got
you.
Canelo
Thank
got a
you.
robbery draw.
Yeah.
And Nuke's even admitted that.
I'll
Someone
say
who's
that
just
myself, my brother.
Nuke
Well,
said
see,
that on
that's
the
the thing. I
channel.
didn't know y'all admitted that. I didn't
Yeah,
know that. I'm new to the show.
Golovkin got robbed
But
in
he
the
won the
first fight.
second fight.
Oh, I disagree. Well, I disagree with you on that. I still
No,
think
I know,
Golovkin
but
won the
that's
second
fair.
fight.
But if Canelo was afraid, why would he go toe to toe with
Yeah.
Triple G?
So,
But he would be afraid of Benavidez.
Listen, 'cause
Here's the
listen.
question. Here's my
Go ahead.
question, though.
And I'm gonna answer you IBPF as soon as he finishes. Go ahead.
Here's the question. And I'm not on about the Golovkin, which just fought Canelo, fought Canelo at 168. But let's go back a few years when Golovkin was still free, looking for a fight at 160, 168.
Right.
Why did Benavidez not choose to fight Golovkin?
Because he
Golovkin was
was
a champion as well.
too busy. He was too busy with his nose trying to get Canelo ass. That's what it was.
But why
To be
not fight
honest,
Golovkin to
that's
get
what I
Canelo?
feel.
Why not
I
fight
feel he didn't
Golovkin
want
to
to
get
take no
Canelo?
chance. Why would he didn't want to take no chance going to fight somebody? And that's just like him trying to fight
But ain't that the same thing you're saying about Canelo not fighting Benavidez? Why did Benavidez not
he
take that
earned it
chance?
because he's been the fucking mandatory for. I mean, why would I take a risk if I'm trying to get the fight with my mandatory?
Stop the lies. Stop
I'm
the
gonna go
lies.
out there and be bouncing
Stop the
around
lies.
and then
Hold
give
on,
the champion a reason. But like, you see, this is why I didn't want.
Hold on, Nux. You got to stop lying. He ain't been the mandatory for no 3 years. That's a lie.
Nice, bro.
So
2 years.
let's clear this up.
2 years.
No, he has not. It's not been mandated.
It's not been 2
It's
years.
not been mandated.
It's been last year.
Never mind that, actually.
So being number
no,
one and all that, he's not the official mandatory until September.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, he's
That's
got
when
the
the clock
WC
starts.
interim. But yeah, he wasn't actually pushed the
Yeah,
mandatory
interim
yet.
don't mean shit. The clock starts in September. That's when he got to do it or give up the belt. So Knuckles, we can't do that. We can't.
Okay, well, you said September, right?
September is when it starts.
So I'm just saying. So you really think in September is going to be him and David Benavidez then?
Oh, I don't know. Benavidez already talking about moving up to cruiserweight, so we'll see what Benavidez.
Nah, man, he just talking. You don't think if Canelo told that man, come on, he ain't gonna bring it on? You think he's just gonna be like, you know what? Nah,
I don't know
I'm gonna
what
go ahead
he's
and
gonna
fight.
do. I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead and jump up and up the cruiserweight and fight.
No, I don't know what to believe. Benavidez said he was gonna fight David Morrell. Have we seen that fight?
Yep.
No.
Listen, why would he fight? Listen, why would he fight?
Hold on, Nux. I got a question. Morales, did Benavidez say he was going to fight Morrell?
Man, they even said they signed on it, that the deal was done, and then
it was finished.
It was finished, but no, nothing, bro.
That was that just like saying wasn't Canelo going to fight Benavidez? It's the same shit. Like the same shit.
He wasn't in the contract. He was never in the contract.
So he voided his contract. So he said that it was one being signed. I don't think it was signed, because if it was signed, they would have sued his ass or something. They ain't gonna just let him walk out the contract like that. Come on, y'all. Let's just be real.
They have the same promoter in Samson.
So basically, it's signed, but he just didn't fight. That's what you're telling me. It's a signed contract that he just said, "Fuck it, I'm going somewhere."
No,
but you said
they lied.
They
lied. Huh? That's what we're getting at. That they lied about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe so. Okay, y'all got him for the lie. Okay, like I said, if the fight really was wanted, man, all this arguing between Benavidez fans and Canelo fans, it's all in one man's hands. To be real with you, let's just be honest. Everything is in Canelo's hand. He controls all this shit.
No,
yeah, why it's not?
Because
if he tell what's the name, we gonna fight on May 4th. Fuck what's the name? I'm gonna fight him. That should have been done, because everybody know that's the cash. That man will come off of maybe 200 million off that fight.
200 million.
Yeah, I think everybody will be watching. Like I said, between the Latinos, the Caucasians, and the African Americans, I think that would be a big pay-per-view draw.
But hold on a second. How many pay-per-view did Benavidez sell?
Benavidez, because it's just Benavidez. I'm talking about with him attached to Canelo. Canelo is the A side. He's the cash cap.
Hold on. What do you want to say, son?
I actually got a question for Knuckles this time.
Of course, he's gonna attract all the money. He ain't gonna make as much sales by himself, because don't everybody know David Benavidez?
Hold on, Nux.
Only us real like maybe since he fought Plant. But
hold on, Nux. The son got a question. Son, what's your question for Knuckles?
I was actually going to ask him if he really thinks that the Canelo Benavidez fight is going to do a shitload of pay-per-view buys and all that. How many pay-per-view buys do you think it's going to do? Like, give me a number, give me an estimate on your prediction on that.
I think it'll do close to 100. I'll put 100 on it.
100 million?
100 million or 100K?
Sure.
It'll do. I think no. I would say nothing under 40 million. Put it like that.
What?
I really believe over 40 million people will watch that fight. Yeah, I believe
no pay-per-view buys, bro. How many pay-per-view buys do you think it'll be?
Pay-per-view buys. Okay, pay-per-view buys. I would say close to maybe in the 20s.
20 million pay-per-view buys.
Yeah.
20 million pay-per-view
20 million pay-per-view buys.
Yeah,
bro.
Unless everybody just gonna be trying to bootleg and stream shit and shit like that. But other than that, that's what really hurt pay-per-view.
Bro, what was the last time?
Because if it wasn't for that, motherfuckers would have to pay.
What was the last time somebody did 20 million pay-per-view buys?
Never. You've never seen anybody do
that. You're giving unrealistic numbers.
It's been years.
So Benavidez is going to go from 60,000 to 20 million?
No, I would say, to be realistic, just if you say it like that, maybe close to 10 million.
10 million pay-per-view?
Well, I said close to. I said close to 10. So that could be within the 6 to 8 range.
Look, man. He did what? 675K.
I think that's a big fight, man. I really think that's a big fight. Who else out there is going to make big money right now?
I understand. Like I get
Canelo and Munguia is going to make big money.
I bet you Canelo and Munguia won't sell as much as Canelo and Benavidez. Is you crazy,
bro?
I promise you that, because everybody's saying he's scared of him. So you don't think people want to see that fight?
They said the same.
This the Mexican monster. This supposed to be the boogeyman that Canelo, and plus Canelo, it's too much Canelo pride out there. Too much Mexican pride for motherfuckers don't watch that.
No, man,
motherfuckers buying that shit.
There's too much Mexican monster pride going on. Ever since Mike Tyson claimed them that, y'all want to run with that. It's knocking out the. Hold on,
listen, man. It's the demolition. The reason why I run with it. It's because how he be wrecking motherfuckers in there. Like he said, he be sending motherfuckers to the hospital after the fight. Like, come on, man. It ain't like he going in here boxing them with all the swift shit, a slick fighter, all that dipping around shit. Nah, he coming in there and he getting you the fuck up out of there. That's just what it is.
Is that what
you're not elite? If you're not an elite fighter, you're getting up out of there within 6 rounds.
That comparison ain't even valid, bro. It really ain't, because you're.
Why it ain't valid? That's what he do.
Well, hold on. But yeah, on fighters like Gavril, Jarrell, who Caleb Plant knocked out, but he didn't knock out.
Okay, he didn't knock
Davis?
Plant out, but you act like
Kyron
Plant left up
Davis?
out of there, sweet face, nothing wrong with him. That nigga face was beat the fuck up. What is you talking about?
Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on.
And he went to the hospital. He went to the hospital. He went to the hospital. No, Plant went to the hospital. And it wasn't like he went there and got checked out the next day. He had to stay overnight. Yeah, he got beat up.
Man,
hold on, let me ask you. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Because he didn't get knocked out. I'd rather get knocked out than sent to the fucking hospital. You beat my face all up.
Hold on, let me ask you a question, Knuckles. But Caleb Plant had already been knocked out prior to that fight, right?
He already been sent to the hospital by
no.
Canelo.
Didn't he?
Right?
Who was the fight before? He fought Darrell. Before he fought, what's the name, ain't it?
You think Darrell is an elite fighter too?
I wouldn't say that. No, I don't think he an elite fighter. For what the fuck David did to him, I ain't seen him as no.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. Demetrius Andrade, you know, I know you regard him high, and you look at that fight, but Demetrius Andrade sucks, bro.
Okay, that's an opinion.
Well,
that's an opinion.
He never beat a champion.
You got a lot of people. You got a lot of boxers out there who say Boo Boo ain't no joke. He's a beast.
And yet, and then his step up, he got destroyed.
So basically, you saying what your opinion is gospel? That's what you're saying.
No,
because y'all say he's shit.
How many champions has he beat in 15 years?
So y'all feel because he lost to David Benavidez, he can't
not
fight.
about Benavidez.
That's basically what y'all saying. Because the man was undefeated.
One question: in 15 years, how many world champions has Demetrius Andrade beat?
Listen, it's not everything about world champions, bro. Because there's not a lot of world champions. There's only a few world champions, bro. So everybody you fight is not going to be a world champion. You act like as soon as you get number one, you can't make the champion fight you. The champion got, like y'all say, the champion got to pick, right? Or only certain ones get to pick. Which one is it? Like you just can't pick champions. Everybody you fight, you got to fight your way to the top.
Well, Andrade had multiple opportunities to fight champions. Like he had an opportunity to fight Janabek, get rid of him, but he made him a champion because he didn't want to fight him. He had that he chose not to fight him.
When he came to Canelo's press conference and he was saying the payday shit, what was the reason him not making the fight? He didn't want to fight him, right? He felt he was he said he's a horrible fighter. No. I'm going by what Canelo said.
I know. Okay, so you said what's the reason for them not making the fight? Canelo at that time was at 168. Demetrius Dookie Andrade was at 160. They were in different weight classes.
Didn't he want to come up to fight him? He was undefeated in 160, right?
Hold on. When did Demetrius Andrade come up in weight? When he got pressed by Janabek?
Hold up, didn't Boo Boo have like a bullshit belt or something like that? Like an intern belt or some shit?
No, he had a real belt at 160.
He had a real belt at 160.
Yeah, he had the WBO. He had the WBO world champion.
So who did he beat up to get that belt?
Nothing. He was
no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, it was different. That's why I said I couldn't say he beat. That's why I say he couldn't beat. I don't know if I'm beating no champion. That's why I was asking. Wasn't it an interim or was given to him or some shit like that?
Arguing?
I'm arguing about Benavidez. I ain't even arguing about Boo Boo. Y'all keep bringing up Boo Boo.
I'm bringing up Boo Boo
about Benavidez.
You brought an A-level fighter, and that shows Benavidez.
No, y'all saying listen. The only reason why I brought up Boo Boo, I said just because he knocked Boo Boo out and made him quit in the 6th round. Y'all feel he ain't shit. The man got That's how that man hit.
The same shit.
You keep getting hit like that, you gonna throw the fucking towel too. You getting there with Benavidez. He start going upside your fucking head a couple times.
Everybody's not Demetrius Andrade. That's the point of this. Canelo's not Andrade. Canelo has already fought
exactly.
So Canelo has a great chin, great.
Listen, man, we going around in circles, man. The only point I'm trying to make to you is, like I said, and it's not going to change my mind, or it's not going to change your mind. If Benavidez, if Canelo told Benavidez, let's fight May 4th, I promise you that man would be like, where I signed on the contract.
Hold on, how's that true? Hold on, how's that true?
Maybe not now because he got that contract with old boy. But if he didn't, if he told that man, let's fight tomorrow, that man would sign the contract. I promise you.
But he already heard.
Y'all keep talking about what y'all heard. Well, y'all don't even know, man. Y'all going by what you heard, man. What you heard on video, what you seen some dude say. Oh, his manager said, yeah, they control shit, but they don't. Come on, man. Let's stop it. Y'all just think what's name just control his life?
I got a question from Mike Trades.
He don't control his life, man.
Hold on, Mike Trades has a question for you. He says, do you think Benavidez can beat Better BF?
I don't know.
Fuck no.
We got to see what he do against Bivol. We got to see what he do against Bivol. Because come on, Better Beef didn't look all that good in his last in that last fight. He got knocked the fuck down, man.
Yes, he did. Patrick Goldsmith.
I ain't talking about before then. The fight when he got knocked the fuck down. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
against Joe Smith, where he knocked him out in like
Don't
3
matter. He
rounds.
went the fuck down. So
He
it's not like
down.
it's not like he's
Oh
not
my
unbeatable.
God.
If you so y'all just said what's the name got dropped, he could be beat. So because what's the name got dropped, he can't be beat. If he get hit in the right fucking spot, he going down.
On the New
That's
Jersey
anybody.
goal, you've got your hand up.
Come on, man. Y'all talking like better Beef can't be beat. Y'all got a whole Bivol to beat his ass.
He hasn't been beat yet, bro.
If Bivol beat his ass up, if Bivol beat him the fuck up, that's all I'm saying.
I'm picking Bivol to beat
he beat him up. If he beat him the fuck up, I believe David Benavidez. If he beat him up, I believe David Benavidez will beat his ass too.
No, not a chance.
I really
Not
do.
a chance.
I really do. I don't see Bivol. I don't see Bivol being way light years ahead of fucking David Benavidez. I don't see.
Bivol is like years ahead of
I don't
David
know.
Benavidez.
No.
Yes,
His footwork is.
Not
His
even
footwork is, but he don't apply pressure. He's just an in and out. He's one of them dudes that you'll take the distance because he's not going to knock you the fuck out unless you just stand there still right there in his face.
Bro, he's got 100% KO rate.
Come on, who? Bivol?
Better be
I ain't talking about better. I'm talking about Bivol.
Yeah, Bivol beats Benavidez.
If Bivol beat Better Biv, I don't really see him. Bivol fighting skills are way light years better than fucking Benavidez. I don't.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I feel he could beat Bivol too.
Okay, hold on. Can Benavidez?
Yeah, let's be real. Better Biv is really like a slugger. He's something like Benavidez. He's gonna walk you down. He's not no slick fighter. He's not gonna be in there bobbing his head, weaving, and knocking you the fuck out with body shot. He's just gonna apply that pressure and beat you the fuck up. That's what he do.
Can Benavidez beat Bivol?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
I believe he can. I believe he can. I believe he can. With practice, cutting off angles and putting pressure on him. You can't say, listen, so Bivol got better footwork than Plant? Bivol got better footwork than Plant?
Yes, he
I'm
does.
asking. I ain't saying he fight better. I said, do he have better footwork?
Oh, hold on. I got it. I want the whole chat. Hold on, everybody quiet 1 second. The whole chat. This man says, does Demetrius Bivol have better footwork than Caleb Plant?
No, that ain't what I said. I'm asking you. I said, does he have? I said, does he have better footwork than Plant?
Who?
Bivol.
Yes. That's not even a question.
Yes, he does.
So
That's
he
what kind of
can-
question is that?
What? So hold up. So
It's not even close.
And pressure's not gonna get you anywhere. Benavidez is gonna be there to get countered all night.
Listen,
by
man.
people, man.
only what's in there? Everybody know Plant don't got no tank, man. That's why he lose his fights when he fights superior.
Bivol does have
When
a
he
tank,
fight,
though.
when
Bivol
he
got
fights
trouble
superior
multiple
competition,
times.
his tank
Bivol
don't
has
last
a tank,
long, man.
good word, skills,
You go
I
8-9
do
rounds with him and
everything.
you going down. Bivol,
So
he
how
can
does
bounce
Benavidez
around, but
beat-
we seen that against Canelo. We seen what he did to y'all boy.
So how
The
does
same dude
Benavidez
y'all rooting for
Bivol?
here. We seen what he did to him. So of course we know he could bounce.
Hold on. Knuckles, how does Benavidez beat Bivol?
Canelo landing? Was Canelo landing?
Hold on. Canelo, yes.
He beat the fuck out of his arms, right?
Canelo's not Benavidez. Two
He
different
beat,
types.
listen. Come on, man. Canelo, you act like Canelo being there bound. He was just moving forward, hitting him. What is you talking about?
So
Stop
you think
talking like
Benavidez
Canelo was in
gonna
there
be able to do
bouncing
that?
around doing slick shit, dipping up under punches and catching him. He wasn't doing that, man.
I'm sorry, but
So let's stop it, man. Please, let's stop it. Because you're exaggerating now, man. Come on, man. You're exaggerating. So basically, Benavidez can't touch Bivol. He can't lay a paw on.
Benavidez Bivol looks like Sorgo Bivol.
Look here, man. I know y'all love Canelo.
Bivol looks like Sorgo.
I like Benavidez, but there's no way I can say the man can't be touched. I like the Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd had fucking defense, and he still got touched. You could be touched.
Floyd ain't got nothing to do with this.
Floyd ain't got nothing to do with this. Let's see.
I'm talking about footwork because y'all saying Benavidez can't touch Bivol. Y'all saying Benavidez can't touch Bivol.
I'm answering Nick's question. One, do not mention the cherry-picking, aging out person in Floyd Mayweather. Two, more important,
aging out. He made Canelo.
He aged out Manny Pacquiao. He aged out Oscar De La Hoya. And by the way, he robbed De La Hoya, and he should have had a loss against Castillo.
He
lost to Luis Castillo.
Hold on, who's older? Pacquiao was younger than Mayweather. What is you talking about?
Yeah, he aged out Pacquiao from his prime.
How can you be older than somebody and age them out?
He aged out Pacquiao from his prime. Come on. He did not want the Pacquiao fight for 4 years until he got knocked out by Marquez. He did not want the Pacquiao fight till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. Don't even get into that.
Come on, man. They both was in their 30s. What is you talking about?
Until Cotto was knocked out twice, and then he decided to fight him.
Yeah,
and he waited 5 years. And he waited 5 years before he fought Pacquiao. And he didn't even fight Pacquiao because
he aged that Sugar Shane Mosley too, and Mosley had a bunch of miles on.
Man, look here. I done like I said, I done been on plenty. I done seen different little boxing channels that talk about the people who that got knocked out before fucking Canelo fought him. I don't count all that. There's fighters that Canelo fought that had got knocked out the fight before him. So come on, let's just keep it 100.
Let me ask you a question.
That same rule apply for Canelo too. So let's not just put it there. Let's
I got one last question for you.
And that's what I'm talking about. Let's not be a fanboy like that. Like I said, we're gonna talk to just have a conversation. I'm not gonna fanboy the whole conversation.
I got one more for you. How does a Benavidez Morrell fight look?
I don't did that. I think that'd be a good fight. I only seen, to be honest with you, I seen like two other not Benavidez, but the other Morrell's fight. So by the ferocity I seen him with, he can crack him if he catch him the right way. Like I said, it all matters. You
don't think Canelo has power?
Yeah, he has power, but like I said, he's a little guy, man. When it comes to him fighting David Benavidez, man.
Oh my God!
It's not like he's just going to chop David Benavidez. Come on, the man, y'all act like this. Hold up, you asked me a question. But I'm saying y'all acting like this man could just punch through brick wall like can't nobody take a body blow.
Look what he did to Colin Smith.
Is physically strong.
Yeah, he could hurt you, but the point I'm trying to make is, come on, it's not like he's just going to be walking through. I feel it would be a good fight. He fight Benavidez. Yeah, he could knock Benavidez out. I'm not listening. He could knock Benavidez out. I'm not saying y'all talking like I'm saying that David Benavidez could 100% beat Canelo. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that I feel the reason why the fight ain't going to happen is because Canelo thinks like, yo, there's a possibility that this dude, because as much pressure he come, this man might get me. I'm getting older.
Andrade.
Yeah, no, it's not just about Andrade.
Because that
was, like I said, y'all not in the sparring ring. He's hearing about this dude. He was 15 years old sparring with fucking Triple G. Let's stop fucking playing. What 15-year-old be in there sparring the gym with champions?
Did you not know that? Did you know Canelo sparred with heavyweights, right?
Huh?
You know Canelo spars with heavyweights, right?
I ain't saying that he don't, but the point I'm trying to make is that being that he's so young, come on, man, when you're fighting a young guy, man, come on, man, y'all looking over everything of just him beating him. Like I said, he can beat Benavidez. The point I'm trying to make is I'm trying to tell y'all why the fight ain't gonna happen. And you're gonna see that I'm right, that the fight is not gonna happen. It's always everybody that y'all don't like is gonna be saying. Everybody that y'all don't like is gonna be saying, oh, Benavidez. I'm not gonna think Benavidez ducked him, because like I said, I just feel that he's strategic. He understands.
So
he's a money maker. It's all about his career right now. Right now, right, whether y'all want to believe it or not.
Talking about Sorta though at cruiserweight.
Listen, man, I'm not even on that conversation. I'm just letting you know what it is about the David Benavidez. I'm just letting you know what it is about the David Benavidez and Canelo fight. I don't care about none of that other stuff. The point I'm trying to make to you is this, mister.
If I want Canelo, why am I talking about somebody else?
Good sir. Listen, the only thing I'm telling you is this, man. The man is not going to fight him. He's going to fight somebody else after he fight Munguia in September. I don't know if it's going to be fucking Crawford. He's going to fight somebody. It ain't going to be David Benavidez. It ain't going to be because David Benavidez is fighting somebody. I'm letting you know right now. The man understands. Right now, he's in his twilight. Y'all acting like this man is he's getting older. He understands he only got a few more years left.
You act like
so he's like, yo, I'm being strategic. I'm not going to go out here and just fight this fucking young ass lion who there's a possibility if he catch me on my wrong night that he might could get me. I'm not going to take that chance. And y'all just think there's just no way he could think like that. Y'all just believe in y'all little hearts, in y'all little Canelo hearts, that this man just like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'll fight anybody. Because like he said, I'll fight anybody. If he really wanted to fight David Benavidez, the fight would have been done happening already, man. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't care about that drug use and overweightness. If Canelo, being the power that Canelo got, if he really wanted to fight the man, we would have this fight already. Trust me. It ain't David Benavidez running. It ain't him saying, I don't want to fight Canelo. No, I just want my father to talk shit. But really deep down, I don't want to fight.
1 second, Knuckles. Hey, kid, what's your question for Knuckles?
Question's this. You know how he's saying Canelo's the one who's going to make the fight and all that for September? Yeah. Let me ask this, and this is for one. Canelo has to get past Munguia in May. That's a crucial thing. We all can't ignore Munguia. We can't think he's dead meat, okay? Even though a lot of us favour Canelo in that fight. He is a challenger, okay? And he's earned his spot as Munguia to fight Canelo in May. Here's my question. Benavidez is set to fight Govskar in May, correct? I believe that fight.
The Rosdick fight's in June.
The Gosdick fight's in June. So one, is Benavidez even going to want to fight in September?
You said when is he gonna want to fight? I mean, of course that's gonna be too
Can I
close
finish?
to
Can I
June.
finish? Can I finish?
You asked me a question, I'm answering.
No, I'm not
September
finished the
is
question.
too close
I
to
hadn't finished the question. Well, then, how's that Canelo's fault? Let me ask you that then. Quick. How's that Canelo's fault?
Because he already knew that he wasn't going to be, or he had a 3-fight deal, right? He supposed to have been 3 people for him to fight and for him to have for September for the last fight. David Benavidez found out that he wasn't going to be on. He didn't want no parts of him. He came on about the fucking $5 million. He was like, yo, I'll take the $5 million. He didn't get back to him. So he said, you know what? I'm tired of chasing him. I'm going to go ahead and try to be undisputed up here in this next fucking weight class up. And if I get it, then I'll come back down to fight him if he want to make a champion on champion fight and really want to go for glory. Because now I'm undisputed. Because think about it. If David Benavidez do go up there and beat the winner of Bivol and fucking Benavidez and win the belt, then what? He'll be champion. Then what everybody going to say? Now he could call his fucking shots. So you can't say it can't happen.
Well, it's a bigger fight. I'll fully admit it's a bigger fight. But also, and this is my other question, what happens if Benavidez announces straight after, he wins in June, I've lined up another fight? How is that Canelo's fault?
Ain't nobody saying it's his fault. Ain't nobody saying it. I'm not saying this is why.
You're saying Canelo has to make this fight in September. What happens if Benavidez acts out on his own and makes fights, which Canelo really can't control?
First of all, the mandatory was supposed to be decided on in March. I don't really see the man was like, okay, if he's not gonna fight me in March, as long as I know he's gonna fight me in September, I'll agree to y'all.
Benavidez agreed to move in September.
So he gonna agree to the shit and still don't get the fight? That don't make sense. Make that make sense. How I'm gonna agree for your shit not to be stripped if you promising to fight me in September and you don't fight me in September? You telling everybody there's no plans to fight me?
Benavidez moving on then. That's not
So
Canelo's
fault. What was the use of suspending the shit to September if he's not going to fight him? Like,
Benavidez agreed with the WBC. Benavidez and the WBC made that agreement to move to September.
And what was the agreement? They had to offer him something. They just going to be like, you know what, dude, you're going to wait till September, David. Come on, man. It had to be some kind of negotiation. You got to use your head, man. It had to be some kind of negotiation.
Bro, that's a sanctioning body, bro.
If I'm the mandatory and you telling me you're going to push the shit back because y'all going to let him fight Homie McGee. First of all, David should have been real and took the shit to fucking court. That's what he should have did. If he really wanted to get it in. If he really wanted to get it in, that's what the fuck he petitioned,
bro.
Because he could have did that.
He should have been petitioning to push that fight, but he never did.
That's what I'm trying to say. But why did he have to do it when Canelo should just do the right thing? You holding all 3 belts up. If you don't want to fight this man, get that shit the fuck up. You holding up the division. Only person you fought in the division was fucking what? John Ryder? Who have he fought in the fucking division? You bouncing around fighting everybody.
Why
is you? But that makes sense. That don't even make sense though. You fighting motherfuckers coming up from 154. You fighting.
Hold on, Ashley. This is where you sound like a casual, Ashley. You talking about who is he fought in the division? He fought every world champion in the division. He has a better resume at 168 than Benavidez. You just talking out of your ass. You coming on here like a Benavidez fanboy. I need you to come with facts. Do your research. Watch my videos. Go over the channel because you sound like you don't know what you're talking about. I appreciate you coming on here and having this conversation, but you just lost in the sauce, my brother. You talking about who you questioning his resume when Benavidez has fought Dookie Water. You know, Demetrius Andrade moved up from 160 to 168, but you're not saying shit about that. You got to keep the same energy both ways. You can't just hold Benavidez nuts and hate on Canelo the whole time. You can't ignore that Canelo's a power puncher and has a great chin, and Benavidez ain't really proven shit. We got to keep the same energy, Ashley. We got to keep it. We got to keep it.
You can't get mad at me.
Nobody's mad. I'm just saying.
That is what it is. Since you trying to get, come on, bro. I was disrespectful. I was never disrespectful to you. Don't come here talking about I'm holding the next man nuts, nigga. Because if I'm holding his nuts, you slurping fucking Canelo nuts. If I'm holding his nuts, you're slurping Canelo nuts. So we in the same fucking boat, my guy. You feel what I'm saying?
So you're admitting you're holding nuts.
Fucking boat, my guy. If I'm holding his nuts,
if you're holding nuts, are you holding nuts? So you're admitting you're holding nuts.
Let's just be real.
You're holding nuts.
Okay, and you slurping dick. So what's the difference? What's the fucking difference? If I'm holding nuts, you're slurping Canelo. What are you talking
about? Demetrius Andrade, an A-level fighter. That's slurping
bro,
nuts.
I never said he was. I said I felt he was a good fighter. I never said he was. Don't put words in my mouth. I said I feel he was a good fighter.
You got a mouthful of his nuts like it's Thanksgiving. Talking about gobble gobble. Sit your dumb ass down, Ashley. Come on, man. Come on, slurping dick. Come on, man. Come on, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Your head
body bag.
Right,
to zip this shit up.
Like that. That's just real shit. Let's just be real. We fucking men here, bro. You would never disrespect me in my face like that.
Bro, you
so
ain't
hold your tongue.
Hold
your tongue. That's all I'm saying. Respect is respect. Respect is due to a dog, dude. So don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. That's just what it is. I don't play that nut game, riding nuts and shit, holding.
Hey, bro, I don't care what you play. You come on here, you're gonna get talked to however the fuck I want to talk to you. You understand that?
To the guy in the chat who said this guy is British, no, I'm the British guy here. This guy's a dumbass. This is my answer. And yeah, I'll say it to your face. I don't give a fuck.
Look, man, I'm gonna just say this. Let me
just what it is. Bro. Yeah,
hold on, Morales got to speak.
Hold on, man. Let me just
win, lose, or draw, nigga.
Hold on, let Morales speak.
What the fuck you mean? You ain't fucking gangster, dude.
All right, dude, shut up. Let Morales speak.
Yo, man, hold on, bro. I'm just saying, look, I understand. I like David too. You know what I'm saying? When you got a 4-division world champion who clears out a whole division, and we're just supposed to bow down to David just because he makes your dick hard?
Listen, I'm not saying bro. You got to bow down to him. I never came on here and said that the dude got to bow to him. I gave my opinion. The first thing I said when I came on here, I say I feel the reason why he don't want to fight him because he feel that will fuck up his legacy. This shit went to some other shit about me talking about him being a 4-division champion. He's scared of him. I ain't never said he was scared of him. I said I'm not saying he's scared of him. I said I feel right now in his career, he don't want to take the chance of nothing. Bro, he ain't scared because he done lost already. How the fuck is you gonna be scared of a man if you done lost? I can see if he was undefeated and never lost before, but he lost before. And I feel he just don't want to lose in an embarrassing fashion. And don't nobody believe that just could be a possibility. That's all I'm saying. I ain't never say nothing about what y'all saying is not the truth. Never say that one time.
His legacy.
Okay, hold on, fellas. We're gonna wrap it up. Everybody gets a final word. We'll go to my brother, the son of New Jersey, real quick. Son, what do you got to say?
I was gonna say, and I know this is off topic, but Noah's having trouble finding the link. He wanted to say something.
I'm gonna get Noah next time. Hey kid,
damn, y'all forgot to do. But like I say, and I did not want.
Hold on 1 second, Knuckles. We about to get to you.
I'm gonna be a bigger man, and I'm gonna apologize on your show because I'm just that type of dude. I shouldn't have came at you talking about you slurping because I'm better than that. But the only thing I'm saying is I didn't want to get on here and it come to that argument that words would be exchanged like that.
No, I agree. And I apologize.
It's entertainment, brother. It's entertainment, brother.
I understand that. And good content, bro. I just didn't want it to get to that point, and it came to that within the last part of the wrap up of the show, and I really don't like that.
We're all men. That's bygones be bygones. Hit kid, what's your statement?
So a couple of statements. One, Bud Crawford needs to fucking not be fighting Eubank Jr. Two,
I agree to that.
Two, Tank Davis Frank Martin is a nothing fight until Tank fights either Loma or Shakur because he's staying at 135 supposedly. He is not the face of boxing.
No.
And finally, we will see how this all ends up with Canelo and David in September.
All right.
I agree.
Knuckles, what do you think about Bud Crawford's next opponent, and what's your final thought?
I mean, to be honest with you, who's he fighting?
Chris Eubank Jr.
Chris Eubank.
No, I feel he should fight Boots. That's what I feel. I feel if he don't fight Boots, he shouldn't be fighting no fucking body. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Somebody might sound full of shit, but that's what I believe. I believe Boots deserve a shot at.
Yeah,
I respect Boots.
Yeah,
Morales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, same thing. Yeah, same thing, bro. I don't really care for that Eubanks fight. It either needs to be Boots or wait for Tszyu to get done with Keith Thurman. And man, let's be real boxing fan. Let's hope for the best fights, man. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can come on again and hopefully next time have a better conversation.
I got one last thing to say as well before we end this on the hot boat. So, yeah, I mean, Bud Crawford cherry picking Chris Eubank Jr., like I said, is equivalent to Tank Davis cherry picking Mario Barrios. Unacceptable. And Bud should be fighting Boots, Thurman Tszyu winner, Jermell Charlo, or at the very least Virgil Ortiz. And as for Tank and Frank Martin, it's an okay fight, but is it really the best fight out there at 135? Hell no. You should be fighting the winner of Kambosos and Lomachenko, Teofimo, Shakur Stevenson, or Devin the Dream Haney. Point blank, period.
Absolutely. And Ashley Knuckles, man, you're always welcome on here. We had a great conversation, and sometimes things get heated, but that's what happens, bro. It's never anything personal. It's always love.
Hey, what I need is more Benavidez fan. I had to fight everybody up there on the panel today.
Tell them. Invite your Benavidez fans. They can click the link. We're going to argue back and forth, but at the end of the day, it's always love.
All right, man. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Salute to everybody, and salute everybody. Go bust you some cheeks. Have a great evening, man. And I'm gonna go over these last few comments. I want to get to these last few comments. Danny, he said, yeah, Benavidez was young when he got dropped, but no, he hasn't gotten better. He's literally the same fighter when Gavril dropped him. He still squares up, no jab, just work rate and stamina. He's trash. So I can see that Benavidez has made minor improvements, or it could just be the opponents, but I haven't seen a huge leap of improvement from David Benavidez. He still gets hit like a piñata, if you ask me. And his footwork is not improved. So I don't see how anybody could see his footwork against Bivol. I think he looks like Sordo against Bivol.
Except I think he looks even worse. Either Bivol 12-0 or Bivol by TKO. And
Bivol finishes him. Nick, before we go, you don't mind if I do a call out?
Oh no, go for it.
And I know this guy will never show up on this channel, but a call out.
Oh shit!
Even on and I'll actually go into his own fucking stupid channel, but he'll probably block me and cut me off. So I'll call him out for a neutral platform. Fan on you, bitch! Motherfucker off the weekend was still saying Deontay Wilder will fucking beat Joshua and all that.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, Mr. Potato Head was saying Wilder's still the most feared heavyweight in that division. Motherfucker, if you wanna know something about heavyweight boxing, motherfucker, I want to debate you one-on-one. We can have it on a neutral channel, not here. We can choose a neutral channel if someone wants to host it.
And I will say this, Fannin, and I will say this, Fannin, I know you don't like me. All I'm gonna say is, if you did ever want to come on this channel, I won't say a word. I'll let the son of New Jersey, he'll come on in, he'll moderate the whole thing. You see, he's very calm, cool, collected. He's not gonna get in it. He's just gonna moderate it. I'll stand back.
And it'll be me and you.
It'll just be you two guys. Heavyweight boxing talk. The Mad Titan says Benavidez has not fought a puncher yet. His team know what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. You know how to move a fighter. Andrade, Plant, they're not punchers. He's going to look a certain way in those fights. He's going to look like a shark hunting his prey. We understand what those fights are supposed to look like.
And as for Vosdik is I would say Vosdik is a little bit slightly better than those two, but then again, he doesn't have power either. So,
but and here's the scary thing: what if he gets found out against Vosdik?
Oh, if he gets found out against Vosdik,
could you imagine? Oh my goodness!
Oh boy! Well, but
my God.
My brother says, please tell them about all the guys Boo Boo Duck. Yep, Boo Boo Ducked a lot of guys. So I don't understand how
Parker, Devrianchenko,
even Zach Parker. Yes.
Wait, hold on. Isn't this true? Because I just found out about this yesterday. Is it true that he ducked Matt Korobov as well?
Yes, he did.
How do you duck a cab driver? How do you duck a cab driver?
I don't get it. Danny says Bena Duck-ass was not mandatory until literally end of last year. Ashley Knuckles is super casual. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people have been saying he's been a mandatory for all this time. That's a fallacy that's been passed on by so many people for so long. Here,
can we invite Knuckles back if Godford Stock beats Benavidez? He has to come back if Benavidez loses.
You're always welcome back. If you're a Benavidez fan, you're always welcome on the platform. And in a healthy debate is what.
But we want him back if Benavidez loses to Gobstock. He has to come back.
Please don't disappear if he loses.
Y'all have a prediction by the way for Benavidez Vosdik?
I think Benavidez will win.
I got Vosdik.
I think it's a close fight. I think it's a closer fight than people think. But
I think it's a close fight, but I think Benavidez will pull it out in the 11th.
I think it'll be much closer. So I'm really ready for it.
I would say 50-50 fight. If it goes 12 rounds, if Vosdik is still the same guy before he got knocked out by Beterbiev, and if we get the Vosdik that basically put Adonis Stevenson in a coma, then I'm going to say Vosdik decision. But if we get the Vosdik that got knocked out by Beterbiev, who was 36 years old, Benavidez in a high difficulty, close, tight fight, come from behind win, TKO in the last round, actually, 12.
Oh, wow. I'm really pumped for that fight now. Anthony Chanel says, Ashley Knuckles, for someone who is new to boxing and don't know anything, it 100% shows. So he did say he's new to boxing, and it does show because there's a lot of facts that my brother Ashley Knuckles left out, and it's no disrespect. You just kind of missed a lot of facts, and we can't ignore facts, my brother.
But he was talking about 40 million.
Yes, 40 million pay-per-view.
What the fuck?
And then 20 million. And then he got down to 6 to 8 million. That fight is doing none of that.
Yeah.
So do a little more research.
The highest I think the Canelo Benavidez fight will do, I think it probably at the very least, just because it's Canelo, 1.1 million pay-per-view buys.
A million buys is a huge success. If it does 800,000, I still think that's great. Space Predator cooking y'all today. I don't know how he cooked us today if he didn't have any facts. So you just cooking because you agree with him. Maybe that's what it is. He feel like I agree with what he's saying, so that means that's a fact. Okay. I appreciate it, Space Predator. Domo says, how can he fight the winner of Better Be a Bivol when he said that he wouldn't be willing to go to the zone? Bivol is the zone, and Bob ain't sending anybody to the PBC.
He ain't sending Arthur Better Be to the PBC.
Yeah. So we already know what's going to happen on that. And he's already talking about a fight at another weight class. Danny says, way to be a super casual Ashley Knuckles. I keep calling him Ashley. Ashy Knuckles. Ashy Knuckles. We'll send you some lotion.
Ashy.
IBFP lotion coming soon. IB Stroking says, I'm the new face of boxing. Now all of a sudden, Ashley been following boxing since Titan. Tyson, Ashley dumb. Oh, well, that's a good point. You said you've been following boxing since Mike Tyson, but then you said you're still new. So I don't know. Those two things contradict, kind of like Team Benavidez.
Yeah.
Those things, that's a hell of a contradiction. Damn, I'm mad I missed that one. I would have definitely brought that up.
Let's not forget, Tim the Hater Bradley once said that he actually thinks Canelo is going to still pick Errol Spence in September. Let's not forget.
Fuck off.
And now look, honestly, if Canelo ever picked Errol Spence at this point, I would definitely call that a cherry pick. I would be disgusted. But I've known Canelo since his whole career. I've seen everything moves him. That would be so far out of character in left field. I don't believe he would ever do that.
He's not gonna find no damage good Errol Spence. He's not. He already said he's not fighting Crawford. So what the hell makes you think he's gonna fight the guy that Crawford beat from pillar to post?
Exactly. But that's how you know Tim the Hater Bradley is full clown mode right now. But yet he's
Tim Bradley, by the way, who only got a world title off Pacquiao because he got a robbery.
There's no link.
And no, I owe you a link the next time. We'll make sure we get you on here ASAP. First and foremost, man, I'm so sorry. In the live, I know you had a lot to add, so definitely I hope Ashley Knuckles come back so we can get more conversation in, because I know you got your point that you need to get across.
When will the next live be? Will it be before, I presume, Ryan Haney? Because I presume we'll do a live for that, even though that fight's going to be a beatdown.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to do a lot more lives because, I mean, everybody keeps saying that, hey, we need more lives. And Trap Inc., I owe you one because I know you really wanted to roast that guy. So Trap Inc., you can get the next one. My brother says Mexico versus Mexico, which is Munguia Canelo, sells more than Canelo versus Benavidez. Do you guys agree with that or not?
I do.
I do.
Imagine if this fight was in Mexico. Imagine.
Oh my gosh, that would be huge.
I know.
I think put it in that Dallas Cowboys Stadium, bro. I think that's what it'll sell out here.
Or Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play.
Has it come out where the fight, like we've heard the fight is agreed? Has it come out where they're hosting it yet?
Anthony Janelle, Ashley Knuckles will die thinking the world is flat.
It's in Vegas.
That's a little cold right there, buddy. That was a little cold.
The fight's in Vegas between Canelo and Munguia.
We already asked him if he thinks Benavidez can beat Better BF. He seems very
confident. For some reason, this man, look, styles make fights, buddy. And yes, I know Better BF's the type of guy that comes forward and throws punches as well. But you have to remember, Better BF is not Caleb Plant. He is not Andrade. He is not a washed-up Anthony Durrell or a washed-up David Lemieux. He's not a guy that has this right here. He doesn't have pillows for hands, all right? He's a guy that actually has rocks power.
Apparently, beating Demetrius Andrade makes you a killer.
It doesn't. Canelo would have brutalized him even worse.
Okay, I guess he was going in on us, Trap Inc. Trap Inc. was going in and he said, not going to lie, y'all sound like Nello fanboys. I don't think that we ever said anything on here that was out of a fact.
We just said the truth.
Canelo's chin is proven. His power is proven. And the people that Benavidez fought were not great punchers. I don't think any of that is fanboy shit, personally.
There's a reason why he's the face of boxing, idiots, man. Like, for real, y'all motherfuckers need to calm down with that fanboy shit whenever somebody's speaking facts. I mean, just because it hurts y'all feelings. That's all it is.
He was just in his feelings. He sounded like actually, my girlfriend when she's on her bitchy period. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to body you on the live, but that's just the truth. All right. And by the way, I'm just kidding. I love you.
My brother says false. Benavidez signed March 2023 a 3-fight deal for Plant, Boo Boo, and Morrell. That's a year and a half of fights because fighters fight on average 2 fights a year. He did sign a multi-fight deal or something like that. You remember they said he was in a 3-fight deal. Samson and his father.
Yeah, but wasn't Jermall Charlo part of it as well? Because it was Plant, Boo Boo, Charlo, Morrell. So that makes it 4. And Canelo if he wanted to press for the mandatory spot, which makes it 5.
And maybe that means that's probably why he couldn't press. I don't know. For March.
Well, all I'm saying is I am hoping that I think it will happen in September, like what you told me. And if it does happen, I think it will be for the undisputed belts. Because honestly, now that I think of it more, I think Benavidez is going to use the Vosdick fight as I guess just for him to test the waters.
It's a good way to hype up the Canelo fight because let's remember Vosdick is a Canelo sparring partner. He's a team.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that.
Vosdick's he helped him get ready for Bivol.
Well, I didn't even know Vosdick was a sparring partner. I want to know, is Vosdick actually trained by Eddie Reynoso? Or is
he is.
He's a part. That's his manager right now, and then they do a lot in the gym.
Oh,
how can Canelo pick a guy busy for a year and a half? Canelo's fine.
You know, Canelo and that team, by the way, with Goldstick, is training him up to absolutely wreck Benavidez. Because if Goldstick beats Benavidez, then I want to see anyone come out the day after and be like, "Oh, Canelo's still ducking Benavidez."
Because Jose Senior and Eddie Reynoso are going to talk some shit to each other at that Benavidez conference. I'd love to see that
for real.
Hopefully, Team Benavidez has ashy knuckles in the chat.
Wait, so what is this comment? How can Canelo pick a guy busy for a year and 1.5? Canelo signed June 2023 for both Charlo sisters and Errol Spence because at the time EJ was the hottest thing in boxing. Is what that guy said.
Yeah, Ashy Knuckles said, "Don't wait for me to leave to get greasy at the mouth just to put the link in the chat." Well, ain't nobody getting greasy with you, my brother. Everything we've said on here, we've said to your face.
Is entertainment. Is all entertainment, bro.
Well, he already know that we've already said way worse in person than we said when he's in the comments.
For real.
So nothing we've said is different. The energy's all been the same. Salute to everybody. We're gonna do more lives and Ashy Knuckles. We definitely get you back, but this time we're gonna get you some lotion. Salute to everybody.
By the way, before I go, a fuck you to Prime Boxing in the chat. He says Canelo needs to just vacate holding up the division by ducking. Motherfucker, you don't know boxing. That's clear.
And a fuck you to Kai TV, who basically said Canelo Munguia is a cherry pick.
Boom.
Whoa.
And the same guy who said Mario Barrios and Tank Davis was greatness.
Oh my god.
Stupid motherfucker.
Fuck you.
Garbage truck juice, hot ass juice, coochie juice.
Prime saying I don't want this smoke. Prime saying I don't want this smoke. Motherfucker, next stream, I'll happily debate you. Bring it,
Ron,
bitch.
show up next stream, my brother. Show up next stream.
Serve them like fish and chips, mate.
Salute.